possible. As always, we encourage you to go to the games and support the students, but when you simply can't, we're glad you're here with us. This broadcast wouldn't be possible without the support of the sponsors you hear throughout the game, so please support these businesses whenever you can. Now, sit back and enjoy the game.
And welcome to the season opener of Norwell football on WellsCountyVoice.com. Pleasure you could be along with us here tonight as Norwell gets set to take on Jennings County in the first ever matchup here at Don Willard Field at Knightstown. Good evening, friends. Welcome aboard. Alongside Christian Bohadam, a good friend and partner, I'm Derek Decker. Pleasure to be with you here tonight as Norwell gets set to kick things off in the 2021 season. Happy we can be with you once again. We carried you through the pandemic last year, and we're so appreciative of everything that you have done here at The Voice. All of our sponsors are very much valued, including Billy Ann's Supper Pub, which sponsors our pregame show. You can find them in downtown Bluffton. They're your local choice and source for Tex-Mex, some of the best burgers in the area, and some of the best American food as well. That's located in downtown Bluffton. Norwell comes in off of a 10-2 season, Bo. This is a team that had a lot of momentum, perhaps taking the biggest jump out of any program in all of Northeast Indiana last year. Really the surprise of the Northeast 8, looking to continue to build off of that momentum with some fresh faces here this year.
Yeah, of course. And as we were talking in the pregame, we return a lot of faces on defense, and offense is, I think, the question for this year. But you can't look past last year. It was an awkward year with the COVID situation going on, and not really knowing week to week if you're going to have an opponent to play, or if you're going to have a COVID outbreak and not be able to play.
Sure.
But nevertheless, Norwell took advantage of the experience they had, the talent, and the strength they had last year, and they really just took it to their schedule and competed night to night.
Yeah, you're right, Bo. Defensively, this is where this team hung its hat on last year. That's not to shortchange the offense, which averaged 33 points a game, but the defense has a top 5 scoring defense in the state in all of Class 3A. Bo, what made them so difficult to score against? And that included some of the best teams in the area.
Yeah, they're just stout up front and through their linebacker core. They were, it was hard to run the ball in Norwell, and when you make it hard to run the ball and force teams to pass, the secondary held up, and they just stifled a lot of good offenses in the area. They forced a lot of turnovers, and they just had teams out of sync.
Yeah, they sure did, and that didn't go away in the tournament either. A disappointing 24-point loss, a shutout loss at that at Concordia in the sectional title game, Bo. Certainly something this team is going to look to avenge this year. They've got a lot to build towards in that sectional. Again, they've had their last 2 seasons end up at Concordia.
Yeah, it's tough to have such a great season, such a great record going into that sectional game, going in at 10-1, heads held high, on your way to a sectional championship, and you run into Concordia, which they were a good team. You can't take that from them, but we definitely felt like Norwell could have came out and competed a little better last year.
Yeah, we thought so too. And we'll take a quick break. We'll return with the starting lineups as well as the kickoff on WellsCountyVoice.com.
American Mortgage Service Company, located at 1169 North Main Street in Bluffton. We specialize in helping individuals realize their dream of homeownership by providing a top-notch, best mortgage experience. We offer a wide variety of loan programs and the most current rates available.
Contact Angie Top or Jessica Best at 260-353-3000 or apply online at bluffton.americanmortgage.com. This is not an offer for the extension of credit or a commitment to lend. American Mortgage, NMLS ID 8246. Angie Top, NMLS ID 478736. Jessica Best, NMLS ID 613932. American Mortgage is an equal housing lender.
Cleaning One Incorporated, your cleaning specialists. They offer a great variety of cleaning services, commercial cleaning, cleaning windows, strip and wax floors, clean carpets, complete sanitizing of facilities, floor repair or replacement. They will also schedule a PM maintenance program.
At Cleaning One, your security is their top priority. They do a complete background check on each of their employees so you can feel good about letting them into your homes. For more information, Give Rob a call at 260-409-2564 or give Bob a call, 260-403-7676. Or you can simply send them an email at officeonecleaning@yahoo.com.
Cleaning One Incorporated, your cleaning specialists.
In business since 1981, Barclay Builders has been building residential homes and commercial projects in Northeast Indiana, taking pride in building their clients the best project for their budget. With interaction between clients, vendors, and trade contractors, Barclay Builders meets the needs of homeowners to build their forever home. At Barclay Builders, it's all about you. It's your heart and your soul at the center of every design decision made. Josh and his team are poised to build the home you've always wanted. It isn't just a home, it's your forever home. Contact Barclay Builders at 260-622-7674. That's 622-7674. Or find them on Facebook at Barclay Builders, Inc. Let Barclay Builders get started on your Barclay Built Forever home.
Did you sprain your ankle playing with your kids last night? Have you had a nagging pain while training for an upcoming race? Or do you have an upcoming surgery? Indiana Physical Therapy understands how important and valuable your time is to you. At Indiana Physical Therapy, we can schedule you within 24 hours at any of our 19 convenient clinics. With trusted results, you can count on Indiana Physical Therapy to get you better, faster. You don't need a referral from your doctor, and all insurances are accepted, including Anthem. IPT is your choice for physical therapy. So what are you waiting for? Call Indiana Physical Therapy right now at 260-209-2464 to schedule an appointment, or go online to indianapt.com. Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Kathy Peterson of the Steffen Group is part of a select group of real estate and auction professionals that are changing the game of how real estate and auction transactions are handled. With a strong background in customer service, Kathy believes helping people is the most precious gift she can give and is committed to being a partner with her clients through the entire transaction. Contact Kathy Peterson at the Steffen Group at 824-6353 or drop her a message at Kathy, Cathie.Peterson at SteffenGRP.com.
Hello, Tim Steffen Financial Group. It's been said nothing is certain except change. We must adapt to change to stay safe and move forward. What changes have there been in your life? At Steffen Financial Group, we would like to work with you and help with your future planning. Call me, Tim Steffen, or Michelle Stoller, 260-824-8175. Steffen Financial Group, 110 West Cherry Street, Bluffton, Indiana. Retirement, investments, savings plans. Steffen Financial Group can also assist with your personalized Medicare supplement, health, life, and long-term care plans. 260-824-8175. Steffen Financial Group. Solid planning, local service, professional advice. Securities and insurance offered through Thurston Springer Financial, a registered broker-dealer, member FINRA and SIPC, and Indiana Insurance Agency. Tim Steffen is a registered associate of Thurston Springer Financial and is doing business as Steffen Financial Group. Tim Steffen and Steffen Financial Group are independent of Thurston Springer Financial.
At Corrective Chiropractic, we offer individualized treatment plans for patients of all ages, from infants to elderly, and even during pregnancy. Have you ever experienced a workplace, sports, or auto accident, or just suffer from chronic pain? Corrective Chiropractic can help. Knee, neck, shoulder, or back pain, headaches, migraines, allergies, muscular tension. Corrective Chiropractic can help. I'm Dr. Josh Bell from Corrective Chiropractic. We welcome patients from Bluffton, Yoder, Decatur, Bern, Montpelier, and the surrounding areas. Schedule your appointment today at 260-353-1400 and let Corrective Chiropractic help you along your journey to health and wellness. Corrective Chiropractic, 360 North Main Street, Suite A, Dutch Mill Plaza. Feel and function better.
Bluffton Roofing Incorporated prides themselves on developing a long-term relationship with their customers, listening to their needs and suggesting the proper course of action, be it preventative maintenance, repair, or replacement. Bluffton Roofing and owner James Worth are GAF certified and are certified weather stopper roofing contractors. Bluffton Roofing is fully insured, protecting you and your home. Call 824-3564 or 307-6313. Bluffton Roofing Incorporated. Quality First Home Improvements.
Soaring high above, exploring our planet. A professional timepiece designed to take flight. Citizen ProMaster. Go beyond.
Daniel's Jewelers on North Main Street in Bluffton, where personal service and trust become part of the memory.
Are you taking the first step towards a healthier you, or are you just tired of the same workout? From beginners to fitness veterans, the Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is the place for you. We offer a full range of workout equipment, personal trainers, certified instructors, a full line of classes, an indoor pool, and so much more. Have peace of mind when you work out with childcare available. The Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is so much more. Join today. Visit fwymca.org.
Is filled with fabulous golf courses that offer a variety of experiences and are as diverse and distinct as the regions they're in. And there is one right here in your backyard that you shouldn't miss. Green Valley Golf Club, located at 2635 East, 150 North in Bluffton. You deserve a little time on the greens, so book your tee time, brush off your spikes, and get ready to play. Green Valley Golf Club, located at 2635 East, 150 North in Bluffton, just east of the Stone Quarry.
Head on out to Green Valley to hit some balls on their driving range or putting green. Call 824-4510 to reserve your tee time. Green Valley, where your friends play.
Always going to have sibling rivalry, and it's no different with the Heidi brothers. They went and built 2 dealerships right next to each other and filled them up with new Chevys, Jeeps, Buicks, Chryslers, Dodge Rams, and more. And some of the best late model pre-owned vehicles around, just so they could compete for your business with service, selection, and price. The choice is yours. Heidi Automotive Group in Bluffton, just 20 minutes south of Fort Wayne.
Nick Huffman, a Bluffton High School graduate, is ready to help you buy, sell, or build your dream home. If you're ready to start a new chapter in your life, now's the time. With historic low interest rates, houses are moving at lightning speed. Whether you need single-family, multifamily, agricultural, commercial, property management, mixed use, or land development, give Nick a call or text at 827-8255 or send him a message on Facebook at Real Estate by Nick Huffman. Nick is located at the Steffen Group at 107 West Market Street in Bluffton. His number again is 827-8255.
We're here at Craigville Appliance. We just wanted to say to all the fall athletes, good luck on this season. Be safe, be strong, compete to the highest level. Always practice good sportsmanship. If moms and dads, I know it's time, washer and dryer season, we'll take care of you here at Craigville Appliance. We can deliver it, install it, no big deal here at Craigville Appliance. Good luck, have a great season, compete to the highest level.
And welcome back to Don Willard Fair. Derek Deckel with Christian Bohada here tonight as we get set for Week 1 action at Knightstown. Knightstown's so generous to host this contest. It's about in the halfway point between Jennings County and Norwell as both teams traveled close to an hour and a half here for this season opener. This is a one-year deal here between Norwell and Jennings County. These teams will not play each other again. So it's interesting, Bo. Talking to Josh Gerber before tonight's game, he said this is one of the games where he's felt least prepared coming into. Not a lot of film on Jennings County. Don't necessarily know what you're going to get in week in and week out, year to year, like you do with the other 8 scheduled opponents. So an interesting start, I think, to see what Jennings County runs with here offensively to start things off tonight.
Yeah, exactly. You know, not a lot of times you go into a game not really knowing what to expect defensively. And, you know, what Jennings County runs on defense really doesn't play as big of a factor as what they're running on offense.
Right.
All week, Norwell could be running a scout team offense to duplicate that, and you know, this week that was not the case.
All right, Cooper Sloan will kick things off here for the Knights. The outstanding sophomore soccer player. The right foot's into it. Away we go in Week 1. It bounces near the 5, and it will bounce out of bounds. So Jennings County will have pretty good starting field position. Chris Moore will make our call here unless they choose to take the re-kick here, but I'm guessing Jennings County will start at the 35. Nice starting field position, and Cooper Sloan's kick goes out of bounds. And we'll see what this Norwell defense does again here. We talked about it in the pregame a little bit. This returns almost all of its outstanding talent from last year, including Bo Morgan and Luke Graff. Both were first-team NE8 players, and John Colbert was honorable mention in the All-Northeast State contest as well. And Jennings County opens things up here, moving right to left in the royal blue uniforms with red and white trim and numbers, white pants. Norwell in the all-white here tonight. Michael Haynes will take the snap. The snaps for Jennings County, who went 1-9 last year and a 48% completion percentage. Norwell decides to bring a little bit of pressure. The handoff goes up the middle on the first snap of the game. It's Brandon Braun who falls forward for 3 right up the right hash, and it'll bring up 2nd and 7 on the first play from scrimmage.
Interesting look from Jennings County with trips to the left, got him stacked in the triangle. I'm sure Norwell really wasn't expecting it, but I think they looked like they were lined up in the right spots anyway.
Brandon Braun wasn't used all that much last year. Went 23 carries for just about 100 yards on the season. This is a Panthers offense that averaged just 11 points a game, but 255 yards of offense. Closing out drives was a big problem. They will throw it on 2nd down. It's caught by Colton Ross. He's finally finished off by Luke Graff out across the 45. This will move the chains, and Jennings County has a fresh set of downs on the 46.
Whenever they line up in that triangle look, I would expect a bubble screen of some sort. You got 2 blockers in front of them, and then it's one-on-one out there in the edge.
Well, an able-looking offense, at least judging by the first set of downs for Jennings County. A run by Brandon Braun, then the pitch and catch to Colton Ross for 8 yards and a first down. There's flags down.
Yeah.
It is a legal motion. The catch is made by Sam Berkman. It would have gone for a first down, but this is coming back.
I was looking at the far wide out, and he should have been on the line of scrimmage, and they were both off the line of scrimmage. So
Chris Moore will once again make the call. It is illegal motion. So it'll back him up 1st and 15. Jennings County will play behind the sticks here. Justin Baldwin making his first career varsity head coaching appearance here for Jennings County. Justin Sharp, in a really sad story we learned a couple weeks ago, stepped down the week before the beginning of practice due to a significant health concern in his family. His daughter has a rare genetic disorder, and he's stepping down from his coaching position to help out with that. So Justin Baldwin takes over as the interim. Handoff goes to Braun on first down, and he might be able to scrounge out a yard, but the Norwell defense right there to meet him at the line of scrimmage that time.
Nice job by the Norwell defense. If they can do as they did last year and take away the run, it's gonna be hard for Jennings County to move the ball. That first down play is always huge for a defense. If you can limit them to 2 or 3 yards or no gain, that's huge.
2nd and 14 coming up for Jennings County. A spread look here on 2nd down and long. Braun's still in the backfield. Haynes will throw it on 2nd down. Instead, he will tuck it and fall to the original line of scrimmage at the 46, so making something out of nothing to make it 3rd down and long here for the Panthers.
Nice pump fake from quarterback there. He almost got me to move the camera. That was a good pump fake. Good job by the Norwell defense closing in on him, realizing he was trying to scramble.
3rd down and 10 coming up for Jennings County. Again, in the blue, the royal blue. Norwell in the all-white jerseys tonight. And we'll see what they do on 3rd down. This is a Norwell defense that was quite stingy, giving up just 24% to opponents on 3rd downs last year. And a big reason was this right here. It's forcing teams into 3rd and long situations in an offense that was uncomfortable a season ago. Haynes the long count, now rolls to his left, chased by Bolin, and he will be dropped. A big loss. Brody Bolin getting in on the sack for his first of the year. Expect to see more out of that young man, and the Knights will force a punt.
Yeah, Brody Bolin just completely shredded his block. He just ripped right through it and got straight to the quarterback. Quarterback was already rolling his way, made it a lot easier on him, and he was able to chase him down and complete the sack. Huge play for the Norwell defense.
No doubt about that. And Jennings County has 4th and a mile here. They will punt, and it appears they will set up in the pooch style. Michael Haynes is back there, not very far. The Knights do have a couple of receivers back in Bo Morgan back there, and a slew of guys scheduled to be used for the Knights in the punt return situation this year. Well, Haynes will pop this one up. It's returnable to the left side, cutting back to the middle and close to the 50-yard line on the punt return. And so Norwell will have pretty good starting field position, just as Jennings County did. And again, this is a Knights offense now that has many more question marks than the defense. As we look at Norwell changing pace here, this is a group that graduated, obviously, Eli Riley, but not just him, including guys like Isaiah Braggy, Max Ringer, who ran for over 1,100 yards last year as well. Really, the big question mark comes down to Leighton Bailey, who makes his first varsity start at quarterback because he's got weapons to throw it to. And, of course, Luke Graft in the backfield is a weapon as well. Expect to see him get it on first down. Bailey will hand it off. Graft has a burst of speed. He's across Jennings County territory and all the way down near the 43-yard line, a pickup of 9 to bring up 2nd and short. And that was a run with ease for Luke Graft on the first play for the Knights.
Yeah, and, thinking about it on my drive up here, I was thinking, how are they going to get Luke Graft the ball? He's their biggest playmaker that returns, and it's not surprising to me to see him in the backfield.
Second and short. There's the toss to Graft. Good block on the outside. Graft makes a man miss. There's a penalty marker down. This is likely in the area of a hold. Graft would have had a first down near the 30, but this one is probably coming back. Looked like on the back side. Maybe Kyle Zetis on the outside making his first varsity start at right tackle tonight.
There is a flag on the play.
So it is indeed a hold. And it comes back from the original line of scrimmage, it looks like. So this will back Norwell up. 2nd down and long from behind the sticks. So a couple of penalties for both teams early on here in the contest. It's been a
tough penalty because it erases that good 9-yard gain on first down.
This is a Norwell offense, as we mentioned in the pregame, that averaged 33 points a game last year, 216 yards a game on the ground. This is where a lot of teams in this conference make their hay, is in the ground game, and that'll be expected from a lot of the top teams, including Leo especially, who, at least in my opinion, has to come in as the favorite this year. East Noble should give them a good run. This Norwell team's not that far outside from looking at that title contending category as well. Graft had good ball security on that. A defender got in and almost stripped it loose. He gets tackled near the 50-yard line by a couple of Panthers, and it will put together a 3rd down and 8 for the Knights here at midfield.
The Norwell offense looked kind of confused there as Bailey had shifted Bodenheimer over, and then Coach Gerber had belted out from the sideline to go back over, and then they changed the play with about 10 seconds on the play clock. I don't think that was the original design play for them.
Bailey under center here on 3rd and 8. He hands it off to Graft. Graft has a block, cuts to the outside, has a first down. Another man misses. He's pushed to the boundary and then cuts it again, taking tacklers with him to the 25-yard line. Luke Graft, a powerful 25-yard run to move the chains.
Great cutback by Luke Graft. Some running backs might just take that out of bounds knowing they have the first half, or knowing they have the first down, and Luke Graft just says, I'm not doing that, cuts it back in, picks up another 5 yards.
Well, as we mentioned, Graft was an all-NE8 defensive player last year, but is an explosive and physical player. That's quoted from head coach Josh Gerber in his 6th year here at Norwell, 20-34 overall record. Graft again the call on first down. He's to the outside and will have another first down, or close to it anyway, down near the 14-yard line. Perhaps the 13. Clock keeps moving for the moment. Now it stops, and they will award the first down. A pickup of 11 yards, and the Knights are moving closer. Well, we know that the kicking game, at least for the early part of the season, certainly is in a little bit of question. So we know the Knights are going to, for the most part, push for touchdowns. We're over the halfway part here this first quarter. Norwell threatening here on their first offensive drive despite a holding penalty that set them back originally. Graft has a huge hole. He cuts it back in, and he stumbles into the end zone for a touchdown. Luke Graff from 13 yards out, and the Knights take the lead.
Well, the Knights have found a play that works, and they just ran it 3 times in a row. We'll have to see what Jennings County does to make the adjustments to stop that play.
Cooper Sloan is on for the PAT try. This will be his first as a varsity player. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is plenty good, and he had plenty of leg on it as well, and so the Knights lead 7-0 here with 5:05 to go in the first quarter on the Huffman scoreboard. Nick Huffman is a Bluffton High School graduate, and he's ready to help you buy, sell, or build your dream home. Nick is part of the Steffen Group and can be reached at 827-8255 or find him on Facebook at Real Estate by Nick Huffman. Bo, a pretty good offensive drive to start things. Obviously, the penalty set him back, but then a 26-yard run for Luke Graff opened up the offense, and they scored 3 plays later.
Yeah, and those 3 plays that they kept gaining on were all the same play, all run to the left there, left side. So the Knights have definitely found a weakness in Jennings County's defense.
Now this is a Norwell team, again, that there are so many question marks, and we did not see Leighton Bailey attempt a throw. Talking to Josh Gerber before the game here this week, said it might be time to try some more throws than he's comfortable with if they get in a situation where they have a sizable lead. You can trust this defense, and that's the encouraging part about this Norwell group is building an early lead. It's going to be difficult to surrender based on the history this defense has.
Yeah, exactly. They're not known to give up many big plays, not a lot of long, fought-out drives against them either.
Cooper Sloan will put the right foot into it. Goes to about the 10-yard line where it is returned. And not a lot of room out there on the right side, although still on his feet. That was Sam Berkman, I believe. Nope, it was actually Colton Ross. And he is pushed out at the 22. A 12-yard return for Jennings County, and this is much more typical starting field position here for the Panthers. Well, the Jennings County first drive kind of sputtered, and they had to punt after a big sack from Brody Bolin, who is another strong and physical kid. You can just tell that he enjoys playing the game of football. Josh Gerber talked about that as well leading up to this week in some of the season previews as this Norwell group looks to continue to build momentum defensively. Haynes out of the gun on first down, and that ball is batted by Bolin, and it's intercepted and taken to the house. Brody Bolin got the left paw up there, and he's got a pick 6, and the Knights are up 2 scores just like that.
Wow. You just mentioned his name, too. Norwell brought the house on that. They brought, I want to say 7 or 8 guys on the blitz, and they only had 3 guys, in the secondary. Wow.
Boy, how encouraging is that to see a defensive score early in the game? We know that's what they hung their hat on a season ago, and Brody Bolin making things happen. Again, that is a kid that's got a real potential to be playing big-time college football here in a couple of seasons.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
He still plays beyond his years as a junior. Late man getting on here on the extra point here for the Knights. Cooper Sloan is back on. He was just on 13 seconds ago as the Knights scored their first touchdown. And Sloan's kick this time, again, is driven through. And the Knights are on top 14-0. While we have a moment, we'll let you know that be it preventative maintenance, repair, or replacement, Bluffton Roofing owner James Worth will suggest the proper course of action that is best for your home. Bluffton Roofing, quality first, home improvement. 14-0 at the snap of a finger, Bo, and the Knights have taken control already.
That's, like you mentioned, for Norwell's offense, that's good for them because they're going to be able to, being only up 14-0, maybe not open up all the playbook, but they're going to be able to experiment a little bit on offense, and this is turning out to be a good game for them to do that.
Now, defensively, this Norwell team had a couple of big defensive scores, and the big storyline last year, Bo, the turnover margin. Norwell was plus 14 in the tournament in the turnover department, and that was a huge reason why they won some of those tight games against top-tier opponents in the Northeast State.
Oh, yeah, for sure, and I think we were talking about last year that the year before last they were -7, I think.
Right. It was a huge turnover.
Yeah.
Huge turnaround.
Huge.
Cooper Sloan back on to kick it off again here for the third time. Higher, shorter kick, returnable near the 15, but it stays in play. Once again, it is Colton Ross who is driven back on the return. A couple of nights were in on the tackle, and that was good coverage downfield by Stuart McCabe, who finished off Ross, and it sets up Jennings County once again on the 22-yard line.
Jennings County ball on the 22-yard line.
Well, it's only taken a couple of times on special teams, but you can already see the improvement in that category.
Yeah.
Sloan's figuring things out, keeping things in the middle of the field and giving its coverage a chance. He kicked it out of bounds to open the contest here tonight. Jennings County had their best starting field position then. They've only run one play on offense in the last two scores by the Knights, and that was the pick 6. Haynes once again comes out of the gun. Maybe could have been a false start. Quick start by Brandon Brown, and Braun falls to the 27-yard line. A couple of guys in on the tackle for the Knights, including Drew Ringer, the starting outside linebacker for the first time this year. 2nd and 5 on the gain of 5.
Jennings County is electing to pass a lot more than I thought they would in the spread offense. Maybe they think they see a weakness on this Norwell defense, hit them out on the edge instead of going right into the teeth of them.
Well, they threw it a decent amount last year. Haynes attempted 180 passes. Peyton Hayden, the senior, who is in at H-back and running back, playing a couple of different things this year for Jennings County, also threw 57 passes. That was behind Michael Haynes last year. That's a forward pass to Colton Ross on a little bit of a pitch, and he is ushered out near the sideline, near the line of scrimmage. Might have lost a yard, in fact, and Cade Shelton, the starting corner, 6'3" sophomore, again, more youth showing for the Knights. Dropped him for a loss of a yard. 3rd down and 6 coming up for Jennings.
Norwell definitely could have had him for more of a loss. I'm not sure who came off the edge there, but they missed that tackle out on the edge. Against a little better team, you don't want to miss that tackle. You want to definitely take advantage of that opportunity, but nevertheless, Shelton picked up the slack for him.
3rd down and mid-range this time for Jennings. The first situation the Knights defense has been in that category. Haynes is looking to throw again. He throws right, and there is pass interference by John Colbert. He got there about a half a beat too early, put his hands in the back of Colton Ross, and this is going to give Jennings a first down.
There is a flag on the play.
One of those bang-bang plays could go either way, and as soon as you see the flag tossed in the air, you know what it's for.
So pass interference is indeed the call. Jennings will get the first down all the way out to the 42-yard line. A couple of penalties here early on. Generally speaking, this is a Norwell team that was fairly clean in that category, save for some really silly penalties in the second half of blowouts with the unsportsmanlikes. That was a recurring issue for this team. But for the most part, defensively, they were sound. That's right now a mark of a pretty young and relatively inexperienced at some of the skill positions defensively. So first down for Jennings as Michael Haynes is back again. Handoff goes to Braun. And Braun carrying defenders forward. That was a strong run, a pickup of 5 yards. A couple of tacklers were in there, met him close to the line of scrimmage, but Bodenheimer kind of got carried forward. And so did Drew Ringer in there as well. A gain of 5 on first down.
Really good play from Jennings County there. Really hit Norwell right up the middle. I could see Norwell bringing a lot of blitzers off the edge, running up at the last minute. But that time Jennings County picked up the blitz and had a nice gain on first down.
Man in motion is Ross. Handoff to Braun. Powers forward across the 50. And he is knocked down again by Drew Ringer and Luke Graff. He's had his hands on several tackles here tonight. 3rd down and short for Jennings.
Drew Ringer.
Ticking under the 3-minute mark on the Huffman scoreboard here as Norwell's on top 14-0 in the opening quarter of the opening contest. Norwell will go to Heritage next week. We'll be there for that contest as well. And Jennings County has Brown County coming up, which they lost in a tight one last year. Lost to Covenant Christian in the opener last year to Jennings County. Covenant went on to win the 1A state title game and beat South Adams, as a matter of fact, 41-40. 3rd down and short play. Brandon Braun is getting a steady diet, and he's close to a first down marker. It will depend on the spot. And they're going to say it's 4th down, which is interesting because the far side
one up.
Well, the head linesman, the ball's laying right on the hash, and the head linesman has it marked inches short. So I don't know if they're going to call for chains or what. And I think they are going to call for chains. And we'll have our first measurement of the season. Chris Moore decided to bring these guys out here. This is the Norwell chain gang, by the way. As we kind of look at so many different workers here around Knightstown here tonight. And he's got the first down. So I was going to say, based on the spot that we saw originally, it sure looked like it was going to be a first down, and it is indeed.
The line judge had a 1 on his finger the whole time, telling him, hey, it's a first down, but he must have missed that communication, thought it was too close to call off judgment there.
Doug Engel and Dave Goodmiller.
Ticking towards 2 minutes left in the first quarter here tonight. A hat tip to our workers in the chain gang here tonight in the season opener. A long drive for both teams, both fan bases and all the workers, and including the broadcasters and members of the media. Haynes has the snap. Braun, a big hole, and he's busted the defense. He's going to go the distance. 48 yards and a touchdown, and Jennings is right back in it on the long run from Brandon Brown, his longest of his varsity career.
He's a really hard running back to bring down. He's head forward, reminds me of a Max Ringer, just always falling forward, and Norwell defense opened up. He took advantage of that.
Yeah, it sure did. Everything collapsed in tight, and it left nothing at the second level for Norwell. And Jennings County looks like they're going to go for 2. So they'll try to make this a 6-point ball game. They're on the far side. And moving forward is Peyton Hayden, and is short. So the conversion attempt is unsuccessful. So it'll remain 14-6. Peyton Hayden the carry, and he got stopped short by a couple of Knights. But the first defensive breakdown for the Knights here, and Jennings has found themselves right back in the ballgame.
Yeah, and you could credit some of that to Norwell not having a lot of film on Jennings County there. They're maybe not prepared for that play. It looked like Jennings County had a guy in motion and a little bit of misdirection, and then came back with a counter. Hey, they took advantage of a Norwell mishap there.
Did you know at Hyde Automotive Group, their next satisfied customer might be you, serving Wells County and the surrounding area with a great selection of new and used vehicles with an outstanding service department. Visit HyundaiMotors.com to view their inventory. Norwell leading 14-6 here in the first quarter. It's been the penalties have really hurt. When you think back to the origins of that drive, Jennings just marked 78 yards for the touchdown. But the big play was the pass interference by John Colbert that gave them a new set of downs.
And that was on 3rd and long, too.
Right, and they eventually bust one off for a long one. So glad you could join us. It is a warm, a little bit of a muggy evening. It's sunny, though, here in Knightstown. Of course, Hoosier Gym is just a couple of short miles away here from the high school. Norwell played down here a few years ago, taking on Huntington North on the girls' side. That was a fantastic experience. Had a lot of fun at that contest. So many cool things in history in this part of the state on the basketball side, but Gridiron opening up here tonight. Ian Sawyer is on to kick it off for Jennings. No, it's not Ian Sawyer. I take that
onside
back.
Kick.
It is an onside kick. The Knights actually had it covered pretty well.
That was a really nice job.
A couple of guys collapsed, and Ari Riley fell on it at midfield. And that was very well controlled, didn't flip out there, and just kind of smothered it right at midfield
Yeah,
strike.
that's exactly what you want to do, too. A little unexpected onside kick. I thought the kicker wasn't as far back as he normally would be for a kickoff, but I didn't expect an onside kick and giving Norwell the ball at the 50-yard line.
Well, that's not their normal kicker either. That's Blaine Eisen, who came on to try that onside kick. And it does give Norwell very good field position once again. We'll see if they can convert with that again. Relatively light crowd here tonight. Long drive, as we mentioned, for both teams for this neutral site game. Although Norwell looks to have outnumbered Jennings by a handful. And there's a false start.
Up front,
Yep.
Flag on the play, be false start against Norwell.
The penalties are starting to mount here a little bit, Bo, and that's something that, again, that's a young team. It's week one. This happens sometimes in week one. In fact, in the week one game against Jay County, Norwell wasn't all that clean last season. But that's something to certainly look for and track, as they've been hurtful so far. Norwell already behind the chains once again. 1st and 15 on their own 45-yard line. Luke Graft is in the backfield again, and he gets the handoff and busts through a couple of defenders and gets dragged down near the 48-yard line. A pickup of 3 on 1st down.
22 on Jennings County, just willed his way in there. I think Brody Bolin was supposed to be pulling on that play and got thrown off course there from the blitz. He kind of just blew that play up.
Yeah, that's Peyton Hayden, the middle linebacker for Jennings County. 6'2", 215 senior, a well put together man, and had 43 tackles to come in second in that category defensively for Jennings last year, a playmaker on that side of the football. Bo Morgan is in motion here prior to the snap. He will get the screen pass from Leighton Bailey. It's caught, but it's going to go for a loss of a few yards as Morgan slipped and the turf monster got him, and he falls down near the 47. They'll lose 2, and it'll bring up 3rd and long once again for Norwell.
I think that's the play they attempted to run before the false start, as Morgan was in motion on that, and looked like he had some open space in front of him. He just slipped. It was kind of a tough pass to handle too.
Inside of a minute to go here in this first quarter. 3rd down and 13 on Norwell's own 47-yard line. Bailey, a long count, takes the snap, drops back to pass, has some protection to his right, tucks it and runs across midfield, makes a man miss, and stumbles down near the 42.
A couple yards shy.
And I think this is 4-down territory here now for the Knights, and they can take this to the quarter break to talk about what they want to do. They'll have 4th down and about 3 on the 43, and I don't think there's really any doubt that the Knights are going to go for this, but they will take it to the quarter break, I think.
Well, really nice job by Bailey there, getting what he could.
It does. It kind of puts the Knights back into a situation where you could salvage something on this drive.
Yeah.
And the Jennings County sideline comes alive a little bit as they end this first quarter. Jennings only had 1 win last year. It was a 3-point win at Connersville. Norwell's looking for their 3rd straight season opening victory. Find out if we can continue on that path. Knights are up 8 after 1 on WellsCountyVoice.com.
Good evening, football fans. My name is Nathan Shelton. As an advisor at Shelton Financial Group, my job is to help our clients plan for and adjust to the unexpected in life. That may be a change in employment status, a change in the tax code, or rising inflation. At Shelton Financial, our process, called the One Life Formula, is designed to help you work through the questions, concerns, and unexpected that may happen in your life. To schedule a time to discuss with us, please call our office at 260-436-7006 or visit our website at sheltonfinancial.com. Nathan Shelton, investment advisor representative of USA Financial Securities, member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
Back here at Don Willard Field, visit the Kaler Nickel Foundation YMCA at 550 West Dustman in Bluffton. When you join the Y, you're not just a member of a facility, you're a part of something greater. Take the first step towards a healthier you and join the Y. 4th down and 3 for Norwell coming up here to open up this second quarter. They lead 14-6, a pick 6 and a long drive for the Knights, and a 48-yard busted run for Jennings County to top off a 78-yard drive, aided by some Norwell defensive help in the penalty department. 4th and 3, Luke Raft, the lone man in the backfield. The snap back, Raft gets it, and he will have the first down easily. He is pulled down from behind by Matt Hines, and Norwell moves the chains with ease. It seems at times tonight Luke Raft has gotten what he's wanted. At other times, Jennings has made some good plays, but not a lot of 2 or 3 yard runs. It's boom or bust so far for Graft.
Yeah, it definitely is. That was probably the shortest run, maybe, for a gain at least, from Graft.
Bodenheimer in motion, and he was moving forward. So there's some things to clean up here. Bodenheimer was moving towards the line of scrimmage there. And He kind of rounded that, and that's something that's a pretty easy call for the line judge.
Yep. And these first down penalties on Norwell are going to eventually start hurting.
Yeah.
It's not good to go 1st and 15 here.
Now, you got to stop playing from behind the sticks. I mean, there's no doubt about that. 1st and 15, it's not the first time the Knights have had that.
When the first down play is a very important play.
Yeah.
When you pick up 5 or 6 yards, it opens up the playbook.
I don't think Jennings has had a penalty, Bo, that I can remember. 1st and 15 for Norwell at the 42-yard line. Bodenheimer in motion again. Graff gets the toss. Bodenheimer makes a nice block, and Graff cuts back in the numbers. He's got green space, but a flag is down. Yeah. 2 flags are down. Graff goes to the house, but this is going to be another penalty against the Knights.
There is a flag, actually 2 flags at the 30-yard line.
And I think Graff kind of knew it as well. He pulled up well before he got to the goal line.
I think this is in the area of a block in the back.
And maybe a block in the back. The first block on the outside by Bodenheimer was clean, and actually he was handling 2 guys on the outside.
Yeah.
It was a pretty impressive block.
Yep.
But then it got illegal inside the numbers. A block in the back is the call. This will back Norwell up to the 40, so it'll set up, let's see, 1st down and 13 for the Knights.
So they end up gaining 2 yards on that.
Right. Man, penalties are really racking up, man.
Takes away another touchdown.
Jennings County sideline making a little bit of noise. We're on the Jennings County side. They're the designated home team here tonight. Handoff goes to Morgan, who was in motion, and that could have been another hold. Bodenheimer kind of got outside. Tackled down near the sideline is Morgan.
That's a good gain on 1st down for Norwell.
Willard Barnes in on the tackle for Jennings. Yeah, I mean, you look at the penalties and the way those have gone, even with the 2 penalties, you had the false start, then the hold, it's still just 2nd down and 6, so you're still in a very manageable situation.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, if you elect to pass, and even if it's incomplete, 3rd and 6 is still quite manageable, so really your playbook is wide open here.
Norwell out of the pistol on 2nd down. Bailey to his right, picks up a block, evades a man, throws it, wide open is Bo Morgan in space, and he waltzes in for a touchdown. Bo Morgan was sitting right in the middle of the field, a few steps from the goal line, and he had his back to the goal line and had nobody coming for him. 33-yard strike, and Bailey's first pass that's complete for positive yards goes for a touchdown.
Well, I think the Knights had Jennings County outnumbered down the field. There was 3 Knights down there and only 2 Jennings County defenders.
Boy, that was a pretty ugly defensive set here for the Panthers. Cooper Sloan on to try the PAT, 2 for 2 on the night and in his young career. Light pressure applied by Jennings County. The kick is good once again. And that's an important weapon as we kind of look down the season. I mean, we get in tight ball games in the Northeast State when you when the weather starts getting colder and you get into these ground and pound games. That's an important weapon to have. And while we have a moment, Daniels Jewelers features bridal, fine, and fun jewelry, fossil, and citizen watches, along with SteelX and much more. Located in the Interurban Park in Bluffton, Daniels offers resetting and redesigning of your jewelry. Visit Daniels Jewelers in Bluffton or online at danielsjewelers.net. Tim Steffen and his staff at Steffen Financial Group are a full-service financial firm committed to helping people pursue their financial goals by identifying your goals and helping make sound decisions to reach them. Norwell leading Jennings 21-6 here early in the 2nd quarter. So despite some penalties and some setbacks on that drive, Norwell's still able to make things work and get a touchdown.
Yeah, they had like 3 first down plays that they ran.
Yeah.
But you know, against a little better team, that's going to be tough to come back from those penalties. So that's definitely something to clean up. And I'm sure that's something they'll talk about at halftime and focus on for the second half.
Well, this Jennings team gave up 311 yards defensively a game last year. That's in stark contrast to Norwell, who gave up just $156. So basically 2-1 in the yards department, as the Jennings defense really struggled at times last year. Their lowest defensive output was 12 and then 18. Everybody beyond that was in the 40s or 50s. So it was a struggle defensively. This is a low knuckleballing kick from Sloan. It's picked up and running is Sam Berkman. And again, it's Colton Ross, actually. No face mask on the play, although it might have been close. A decent return out to the 31-yard line. Colton Ross averaged 16 a return last year and did break one off for 53. And once again, decent field position here for Jennings County.
We'll see what they elect to go with. They had a lot of success on the ground. Last drive, I feel like they have resorted to the ground, as the first couple drives they were passing a lot more. But after that Brody Bolin pick 6, I'd be a little timid to pass the ball as well.
The whistle down and a timeout called by Norwell. And we will take a short break as well and be back after this. Knights up 21-6 early in the second.
In business since 1981, Barkley Builders has been building residential homes and commercial projects in Northeast Indiana, taking pride in building their clients the best project for their budget. With interaction between clients, vendors, and trade contractors, Barkley Builders meets the needs of homeowners to build their forever home. At Barkley Builders, it's all about you. It's your heart and your soul at the center of every design decision made. Josh and his team are poised to build the home you've always wanted. It isn't just a home, it's your forever home. Contact Barkley Builders at 260-622-7674. That's 622-7674. Or find them on Facebook at Barkley Builders, Inc. Let Barkley Builders get started on your Barkley Built forever home.
First down for Jennings County out of a timeout at the 31-yard line. They'll kick off this drive. Moving left to right here in this second quarter. Sun really not a problem for either side. It's actually a really nice setup here in Knightstown. We're in the shade facing and looking at a great look at the field. Handoff goes to Brandon Braun on first down. And Braun has been the consistent ball carrier for Jennings. There were some question marks on to whether that would be the case. John Hefo, Peyton Hayden were also expected to get some carries, and we expect Hayden to be in on the mix at some point here as the game goes on here tonight, although he's been important defensively. But Braun has a nice downhill approach, just a sophomore, and a lot of room to grow for the young man wearing number 4.
I think they're using Hayden a lot in the H-back spot to lay some lead blocks, which, big body.
Yeah.
Senior.
Braun. Yanked down to the middle of the field by Aiden Rusu, the inside linebacker for the Knights. 3rd down and 7 forthcoming for the Panthers. Now, as this game wears on, both these teams, sometimes we talk about participation numbers, and they're about even in that category. But Justin Baldwin, the interim coach, said, we're going to be the most and best conditioned team on the field. He prides himself in doing that and worked hard at that in the few weeks leading up to the season here in summer camp, and then working towards the regular season. And it's showing off here tonight. That'll be on display later in the contest here tonight. Play action. Toss is complete out to Peyton Hayden, and he gets the first down. Bo Morgan knocked him down along with Drew Ringer, but he stood in the pocket and withstood some pressure, completed the pass to Hayden, who marches forward for 8.
That was really impressive to get the ball off, because he had a blitzer right in his face coming off the edge, and I think he might have been even wrapped up, and he still got that ball off and completed a nice gain for a first down.
Well, neither team working at a breakneck pace here tonight, but both teams have been in a pretty good offensive groove. Really, when you think about it, outside of the defensive score, we've only had one punt here tonight so far.
Yeah.
A little bit of a bad snap corralled by Haynes, and he's unable to escape the speedy Luke Graft in the backfield. And I tell you, he really gained ground on him in a hurry. That play was doomed from the start, as Haynes had to reach out with his right arm and just make sure he was able to hang on to the snap to avoid further disaster. And he loses 6 yards on first down. And Jennings will have to call a timeout. There was an equipment issue as the shoulder pad came popping out for Michael Haynes. And we will step aside. Jennings has 2nd and long when we come back.
American Mortgage Service Company, located at 1169 North Main Street in Bluffton. We specialize in helping individuals realize their dream of homeownership by providing a top-notch, best mortgage experience. We offer a wide variety of loan programs and the most current rates available.
Contact Angie Top or Jessica Best at 260-353-3000 or apply online at bluffton.americanmortgage.com. This is not an offer for the extension of credit or a commitment to lend. American Mortgage, NMLS ID 8246. Angie Top, NMLS ID 478736. Jessica Best, NMLS ID 613932. American Mortgage is an equal housing lender.
Lower 80s here at kickoff in Knightstown here tonight, dropping into the 70s. Really pretty nice night we've got here for Week 1 football at Don Willard Field, neutral site, Knightstown High School. Don Willard was the coach of Knightstown for a long time, 2 state runner-ups. Oh, that ball is popped up in the air, and, man, Michael Haynes is blown up, but 2 bad snaps back-to-back here for Jennings.
That's tough. I thought they might have got away with a false start, actually, which would have been a little better outcome for them. The running back looked like he had a head start, but nevertheless, Knight's taking advantage of Jennings County mistakes right here.
Blake Hafley in on the tackle for the Knights. Zayden Patton has had some problems. He's a junior center and taking over as the new center here for Jennings this year, and there's still some things to work through for the young Patton. 3rd down and a mile here. This is just a situation where Norwell did not budge at all last year. Again, just 24% overall on 3rd down. And now a penalty marker coming in from the back judge. And I think this is delay a game, and it is. That really wasn't particularly close. That ran out before they were even close to running a play.
Yeah, for sure. I don't even think all their guys were set. I'm not sure what happened there.
Kind of took a while getting ready. Matt Hines was still in motion from left to right. 3rd down and 26 officially for Jennings. And an uphill battle against a talented Norwell defense who was busted only 1 time here tonight.
Watch for the screen to the outside here, see if they can get on the edge.
And he drew Norwell for encroachment, so that'll get the 5 yards right back.
Norwell's got to hold their water there. Well, it's a good thing that it was 3rd and forever instead of 3rd and short, giving a 1st down. That's the plus side, but
that was the end. Cole Patrick jumping on the outside, and actually a couple of men were close to falling across the line, but Patrick was most egregiously at fault. 3rd and 21 now on the 31-yard line for Jennings. Haynes to his left. Bolin chasing him again, and he has to throw it away. Nowhere to go. Sam Berkman was in the area, but, man, Bolin has gotten through that line with ease a couple times tonight, and there's just no chance for Haynes to make a play.
Yeah, and I think Norwell's being smart here and putting Bolin on the wide side of the field because they know Jennings County's going to roll to that side if they do elect to pass. And I think Jennings County's going to have to start rolling to the other side if they want to get a throw off.
Well, they're in the pooch formation again. Haynes is shallow, but they're certainly not going for it here. Running any kind of a fake. Special teams on for the Knights. Stuart McCabe made a really nice play on the last kickoff for the Knights, and they're close to delay a game again, and they didn't get it off again.
Yep.
I mean, they're just we were talking about the good pace. Neither team had problems with that early on in the game, but Jennings has kind of lost their sense of the play clock here the last few plays. And that one, I mean, that's a head scratcher. There's really no reason for that. I mean, there's not setting up for anything exciting. It's just a run-of-the-mill punt.
No. Yep.
Haynes, an end-over-end boot, drops near the 40. The Knights get away from it. And it does take a Jennings bounce inside the 35, down to the 34-yard line. So the Knights will have, again, pretty good starting field position, all things considered. And while the two change sides, Dr. Josh Bell strives to help you heal and stay healthy for years to come with individualized treatment plans for patients of all ages. Don't suffer from chronic pain. Corrective Chiropractic can help, located at 360 North Main Street in Bluffton. 21-6 Norwell on the Huffman scoreboard. 7:11 to go here in this second quarter. Knights offense returns to the field under the direction of Leighton Bailey, who had a 33-yard strike to Bo Morgan, who was wide open in the secondary last time and trotted in for 6. Knights converted despite a couple of offensive penalties that made things difficult on that drive, and those were both on the plus side of the field. Luke Graff, the lone setback this time. Bodenheimer comes behind. That was a false start.
Yeah, it definitely was.
And the handoff goes again to Graff, and he'll pick up 5 on first down.
Everybody got a head start on that. I think everybody went and the ball didn't.
Bo, it's really, I mean, if we broke down the film postgame, which we will, there's been a lot of penalties that haven't been called.
Yeah.
I mean, this has been a pretty sloppy week 1 game. Now, it's the first half of the first week, and this is coming off of the virus year. It's still very much a problem. Just ask Jennings County about that. But this is towards the sense of normalcy, a lot more normal in practice routines, things like that over the summer. Graft again, dances to the middle. Oh, Bo Morgan set a screen, and he's got a burst of speed to the outside. Graff streaking down the sideline, and he will go the distance. Luke Graff, 61 yards for the touchdown.
Wow.
Man, didn't look like he had a lot near midfield, and just
did
a
not.
patient run, busted it to the outside, and another long run for Graff.
Well, like you said, it seems like every run with Graft is either a boom or bust. It's wow.
Cooper Sloan on once again, and Jennings had this thing down to a 1-score game. They had put together a really nice drive, and since then, the Norwell, they've had their own problems putting themselves behind the sticks offensively. Sloan's right foot, this is a low kick, and it does slip through just over the line. 28-6 Norwell. But when you kind of look back and put this first half in perspective, Jennings was very much in the game coming into the second quarter, and they've got an uphill battle now. Kathy Peterson is part of the Steffen Group, a select group of real estate and auction professionals that are changing the game of real estate. With a strong customer service background, Kathy's committed to her clients throughout the whole transaction, and located at 2635 East, 150 North in Bluffton. Head on out to Green Valley Golf Club to hit a few on their driving range, putting green, or play around. Green Valley Golf Club, where your friends play. 28-6 Norwell, 6:23 left on the Huffman scoreboard in the second quarter. And it feels like, Bo, as we kind of wear through the halfway mark of the second quarter, Norwell has a tighter grip on this thing.
Yep.
And at some point, I really do think you're going to see the playbook start to open up for Josh Gerber.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he wants to see what Leighton Bailey has. Passing-wise, they've thrown a couple times. I remember a screen, and then another time Leighton Bailey ended up scrambling on it. So he really hasn't been able to really sling it and showcase what he has. I mean, I wouldn't pass the ball either when you give it to Luke Graft and he scores.
Something interesting. Well, there's a possibility of something interesting happening here. This is Drew Graff, the freshman, on to kick this one off, but he does put his foot into it. High kick. Come to the 20-yard line. It's bobbled down there by Sam Berkman making his first return. Just not a lot of room to maneuver, and he is stopped short of the 30-yard line.
Norwell already getting into see what they have experience-wise in case a guy goes down. Because I know Cooper Sloan also plays soccer, so.
Jennings County will take over first and 10 on the 18-yard line. I'm sorry, 28-yard line.
It's good to always have some depth at that kicker position. That's a lot of things that a lot of high schools don't have.
That's right, and really it was a strength of the Knights with De Leon last year. Had a nice solid year in both PATs and knocked through a couple of important field goals. A left-footed kicker. Brandon Braun, no room to go, and a penalty marker down. Blake Hafley making the stop for the Knights. And I do wonder if this is a face mask, because kind of, well, apparently it's on Jennings, because you could hear.
Say we'll take it.
Well,
maybe a late hold came in or something.
Potentially, yep, it is.
Yep.
Well, once again, really, there's no doubt that Rode, this is a free plug, by the way. Rode is the best mic maker in the business. As we're able to hear stuff from the other sideline again here tonight. We're situated back near the press box.
The Husky crowd mic.
That's what we're going to call it here this year is Husky. First in a long ways for Jennings. Again, they're backed up. A lot of penalties in this first half. Haynes to throw on first down. Throws it wide. It's caught by
Really
Colton
nice
Ross.
play.
But right there to make the tackle once again is Blake Hayfleet.
That was a really nice play. Made sure the ball got there before he hit him, and then had him wrapped up as soon as he caught it. Good play out on the edge.
Ross made 18 grabs last year. The 6'2 senior on the edge has been the main target when they do throw it, and has also been the main return man for Jennings County tonight. Haynes again. This time he has pretty good protection. Throws down the middle, and it's caught near the 40-yard line. A really nice pitch and catch, and this will get them a first down. They had second down and a mile, and the pass is caught by Carter Thompson for a first down.
He just streaked right down the middle. One of the safeties needs to close in there for Norwell and pick that up.
Thompson making his first grab. And that's the second time now Jennings has converted in a second or third and long situation. One aided due to the penalty, pass interference. Now they'll go back to Braun. Good penetration inside by a couple of Knights defensively. When you look at a couple of guys in there, Caden Blinn made a good penetration through the line that time. Pick up a 4 on first down for Braun.
It's interesting. Braun got first wrapped up at the line of scrimmage and still ended up picking up 3 or 4. It's just, we talked about it a lot last year with Max Ringer running the ball. You end up falling forward. It makes a huge difference for your team.
Braun has the makings to be a talented running back. He's just a sophomore and a lot of room to grow. Again, Haynes throws and a high catch made and yanked in by Sam Berkman across the opposite 40. And Jennings is starting to march here on their 4th offensive drive.
Looked like the same play they ran on the long second down, just the opposite side of the field. And defensive coordinator Matt Taylor is not happy with his defense right now.
Man, you can already tell the difference between last year and this year. There are strides to make for this Norwell group. We're back in a minute.
At Corrective Chiropractic, we offer individualized treatment plans for patients of all ages, from infants to elderly, and even during pregnancy. Have you ever experienced a workplace, sports, or auto accident, or just suffer from chronic pain? Corrective Chiropractic can help. Knee, neck, shoulder, or back pain, headaches, migraines, allergies, muscular tension, Corrective Chiropractic can help. I'm Dr. Josh Bell from Corrective Chiropractic. We welcome patients from Bluffton, Yoder, Decatur, Bern, Montpelier, and the surrounding areas. Schedule your appointment today at 260-353-1400 and let Corrective Chiropractic help you along your journey to health and wellness. Corrective Chiropractic, 360 North Main Street, Suite A, Dutch Mill Plaza. Feel and function better.
Back here at Knightstown, boy, you're right, Bo. Matt Taylor gave it to the Norwell defense during that timeout. He was very frustrated. They've gotten gashed a couple of times in a row here. Here's a screen pass. Again, it goes to Sam Berkman. He cuts it back and is inside the numbers. I'm telling you, Jennings is moving the football again. If you take away some of the bad snaps and a couple of the penalties, Jennings has a better chance to be in this game, especially with that defensive score by the Knights. The 28-6 is a little bit misleading.
Yep, definitely is. And I think if you looked on the total yardage and the stat sheet, I think that would show you that Jennings County's been able to march the ball when they're able to not have a bunch of miscues or penalties.
Yeah. I mean, even remember 2 delay game penalties on the last drive. Everybody moves on this particular play. Trips to the right. Braun. And he is stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Luke Raff, the first man to hit him.
That was a better job of the Norwell defense rallying to the tackle and not allowing Braun to finish forward, holding him to no gain on the play. Important third down here for the Norwell defense.
Well, the second quarter is where Norwell made its hay last year, Bo. They were 170-18, outscoring their opponents last year in the second quarter. And they are in good shape here again, but in need of a stop. 3rd down and 5 coming up here for the Panthers. They got to get the play off. You can hear the Panther fans screaming about it. Haynes will option it. The ball comes loose, and the Knights fall on it. Jennings County turns it over. A miscue on the option, and the Knights create their second turnover of the game.
Yeah, and I think Jennings County is trying to argue that that was a forward pass, because obviously they'd rather have a penalty on themselves than giving the ball up. And I thought that it was more sideways than backwards myself, but it's a judgment call for the line judge, and they're giving the ball to Norwell.
Yeah, they called it right away.
Yep.
And so the Knights will get the ball on the 32-yard line, and that really feels like a big momentum shift. Jennings had built themselves a nice drive, perhaps their best of the night, outside of the 78-yard scoring drive that they had back in the first quarter. But they did a lot of positive things on that drive to see it come to an end via a fumble.
They had a couple nice pass plays. They really drove down the field after a second and long. And
Bailey, ball comes free. There's a penalty marker down. The Knights do recover it. And falling on top of it, I think was Cole Patrick back there.
I think he might pick this flag up.
And they're going to discuss things. Chris Moore is asking Jennings, so apparently it's against Norwell. I'm guessing it's another hold. It is.
Oh, wow.
And the penalty is declined. Norwell's fortunate to have the football. Bailey had it knocked out by Peyton Hayden, who came in with the right arm and swiping down. Second down and a mile coming for the Knights. There have been...
they choose to decline it.
Yeah.
Take it. Yep.
There have been so many plays behind the sticks for both teams in this first half. Really. Wow. It's not just the penalties. It's the backwards plays. Bodenheimer in motion. Toss goes to John Colbert for his first carry of the game. He has a block to the outside, back in the middle, and he's got the first down and much more. Near the 50 and across the 40-yard line, John Colbert busts off a big run on his first carry of the season.
Talk about patient. Wow. He was kind of just coasting along the sideline, got the edge, had a couple blockers in front of him, picked up a huge gain for Norwell.
42 yards on his first run of the night. This is a good situation for the Knights to be in here. Working towards 2 minutes. Got to be moving with purpose here late in this first half. Colbert, there's a hold by Kyle Zettis. And that'll back the Knights up again.
And another first down penalty.
Yep. First and long again. I like what Colbert has been doing here. It's only 2 plays, and the blocking was really good on the last play. But this is another guy that we just haven't talked about enough tonight, and another potential weapon for the Knights to utilize throughout the season. We have talked about it. It's just a matter of finding when and where to use these guys offensively, because there's a lot of athletic talent on this team.
Well, it's really good to see Colbert in the backfield and having success, because then you can put Graft on wide out and then throw screens, or there's just so many different things that you can do with these guys.
Bailey claps once. Morgan in motion. Another screen pass to Morgan. Morgan gets hit initially. Another flag comes in. He's tackled near the 50. This one came from the back judge. Man, it has been penalty marker city in this first half.
Another penalty on the play.
They're discussing things with the Jennings County captain, Jake Sturgeon, defensively. It's apparently against Norwell. It's a block in the back.
Yeah, wow.
So it's going to be first and 73 for the Knights inside their own 40-yard line. So that really cuts down on half of that 42-yard run by John Colbert.
Well, and these are things that you're taught at the Pee Wee level. If you don't see the front of the guy, you don't block him.
Oh, and now a bad snap. Bailey picks it up and runs, and he tosses it to the middle of the field, and it's incomplete. And that is about the worst that play could have gone in all directions. A bad ground ball snap from Aiden Billard, and then Bailey chucked it to the middle of the field.
That's when you hold your breath and hope it falls like it did.
Oh, man. Well, that is part of being the first game at the varsity level for Leighton Bailey at the quarterback spot.
Yeah.
That is not a play that you could
it almost
ever
could have been
make.
intentional grounding. It almost didn't get
Almost.
back to line of scrimmage.
And,
I didn't
hey,
think there was anybody around.
That is a point of emphasis this year as well, is intentional grounding. 2nd down and 73 for the Knights on the 40. Bailey with Colbert back there. Bailey stands in, a lot of protection, dumps it off to Colbert, and he dropped it. And at this point, with 87 seconds left in the quarter, just trying to limp to halftime, and you're running a play here to make sure you force them to use a timeout, and then and boot it away and hopefully get a good punt. Although, based on the number of penalties there have been in this first half, and by the way, this Chris Moore group of officials has done a nice job. It's not that there have been, a lot of ticky-tack penalties. There have been some really clear-cut penalties that we can see from here.
Yeah, you expect the flag to fly in, and there's even some that they've missed as well.
Right. Bailey out of the gun, pressure coming, and he's dropped. Leighton Bailey thrown on his back. Tegan Trotter in on the sack, and Jennings will use that timeout. Well, if there's one thing for certain, it's that the Jennings sideline is bringing some energy in what has otherwise been a pretty subdued atmosphere here tonight. Jennings is getting the football back shortly.
Is filled with fabulous golf courses that offer a variety of experiences and are as diverse and distinct as the regions they're in. And there is one right here in your backyard that you shouldn't miss. Green Valley Golf Club, located at 2635 East, 150 North in Bluffton. You deserve a little time on the greens, so book your tee time, brush off your spikes, and get ready to play. Green Valley Golf Club, located at 2635 East, 150 North in Bluffton, just east of the Stone Quarry.
Head on out to Green Valley to hit some balls on their driving range or putting green. Call 824-4510 to reserve your tee time. Green Valley, where your friends play.
Well, if Jennings can get down and get a score here before halftime, they could make it very interesting. Norwell has the football to start the third quarter. Brody Bolin is doing the punting duties for the Knights this year.
Find a big leg and
it was
take
handled
it as far as you can.
It was handled by Riley a year ago, and now they picked the biggest guy on the team. Oh, that is a booming kick. End over end, inside the 30, takes a roll inside the 10, close to the 10. Wow. And finally it is contacted. Outstanding punt by Brody Bolin. It's the first one of his varsity career, and it was a boomer.
With the way he handled it, you wouldn't think that's his first one. Impressive punt there by Bolin.
52 yards on the punt with no return.
He's making plays all over the field. I expect to see a lot of that this year. He's going to be a fun player to watch these next 2 years for sure.
So Jennings has been. You're right. Jennings has 63 seconds to work with, Bo. Now, the way the offense moved the last drive, it makes it feasible, even though they've only got one timeout.
Yeah. For sure. Watch. I mean, the deepest guy in Norwell's defense is 10 yards. They've just been hitting the guy right up the middle.
Norwell brings pressure off the edge, and they go conservative, so they're looking to take this thing into the half.
And well, after seeing that punt and having to go 90 yards, that makes a huge difference.
I was just going to mention that, how big of a weapon that the special teams has really been pretty good for Norwell in this first half all the way around.
Yep.
Down towards 40 seconds left in the first half on the Huffman scoreboard. Norwell on top 28-6. They do spread things out. Haynes checks both sidelines. And we'll run a play. Braun, nowhere to go. I don't think the Knights will use a timeout. They've only got one of them.
Yep.
And they can take it to halftime if they'd like.
And I think that's what they're going to do. They're not in a hurry to run another play. Well, maybe. Yeah,
now they hustle to the line. I don't think they're coming to make a play, though. Maybe draw them off sides, although I don't really get the point.
I don't know if they'll get it off.
Long toss, intercepted by Cade Shelton at the corner, and the Knights will force their third turnover of the first half. Aside from that happening, I don't really understand that play, because if Shelton makes that play with his feet down, he's got a chance to score.
Yeah, and he's got blockers in front of him, so I don't understand that play either.
All right, well, we'll go to half not understanding much. On the Huffman scoreboard, it's Norwell 28, Jennings County 6. We head to the break. We'll be back with score updates from around the northeast part of the state, and be back with first half stats and much more on the halftime show after this on WellsCountyVoice.com, part of the Voice Sports Network and the IHSAA Champions Network.
Are you taking the first step towards a healthier you, or are you just tired of the same workout? From beginners to fitness veterans, the Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is the place for you. We offer a full range of workout equipment, personal trainers, certified instructors, a full line of classes, an indoor pool, and so much more. Have peace of mind when you work out with childcare available. The Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is so much more. Join today. Visit fwymca.org.
Always going to have sibling rivalry, and it's no different with the Heidi brothers. They went and built 2 dealerships right next to each other and filled them up with new Chevys, Jeeps, Buicks, Chryslers, Dodge Rams, and more. And some of the best late model pre-owned vehicles around, just so they could compete for your business with service, selection, and price. The choice is yours. Heidi Automotive Group in Bluffton, just 20 minutes south of Fort Wayne.
Did you sprain your ankle playing with your kids last night? Have you had a nagging pain while training for an upcoming race? Or do you have an upcoming surgery? Indiana Physical Therapy understands how important and valuable your time is to you. At Indiana Physical Therapy, we can schedule you within 24 hours at any of our 19 convenient clinics. With trusted results, you can count on Indiana Physical Therapy to get you better, faster. You don't need a referral from your doctor, and all insurances are accepted, including Anthem. IPT is your choice for physical therapy. So what are you waiting for? Call Indiana Physical Therapy right now at 260-209-2464 to schedule an appointment, or go online to indianapt.com. Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Hello, Tim Steffen Financial Group. It's been said nothing is certain except change. We must adapt to change to stay safe and move forward. What changes have there been in your life? At Steffen Financial Group, we would like to work with you and help with your future planning. Call me, Tim Steffen, or Michelle Stoller, 260-824-8175. Steffen Financial Group, 110 West Cherry Street, Bluffton, Indiana. Retirement, investments, savings plans. Steffen Financial Group can also assist with your personalized Medicare supplement, health, life, and long-term care plans. 260-824-8175. Steffen Financial Group. Solid planning, local service, professional advice. Securities and insurance offered through Thurston Springer Financial, a registered broker-dealer, member FINRA and SIPC, and Indiana Insurance Agency. Tim Steffen is a registered associate of Thurston Springer Financial and is doing business as Steffen Financial Group. Tim Steffen and Steffen Financial Group are independent of Thurston Springer Financial.
Nick Huffman, a Bluffton High School graduate, is ready to help you buy, sell, or build your dream home. If you're ready to start a new chapter in your life, now's the time. With historic low interest rates, houses are moving at lightning speed. Whether you need single-family, multifamily, agricultural, commercial, property management, mixed use, or land development, give Nick a call or text at 827-8255 or send him a message on Facebook at Real Estate by Nick Huffman. Nick is located at the Steffen Group at 107 West Market Street in Bluffton. His number again is 827-8255.
Bluffton Roofing Incorporated prides themselves on developing a long-term relationship with their customers, listening to their needs and suggesting the proper course of action, be it preventative maintenance, repair, or replacement. Bluffton Roofing and owner James Worth are GAF certified and are certified weather stopper roofing contractors. Bluffton Roofing is fully insured, protecting you and your home. Call 824-3564 or 307-6313. Bluffton Roofing Incorporated. Quality first home improvements.
Good evening, football fans. My name is Nathan Shelton. As an advisor at Shelton Financial Group, my job is to help our clients plan for and adjust to the unexpected in life. That may be a change in employment status, a change in the tax code, or rising inflation. At Shelton Financial, our process, called the One Life Formula, is designed to help you work through the questions, concerns, and unexpected that may happen in your life. To schedule a time to discuss with us, please call our office at 260-436-7006 or visit our website at sheltonfinancial.com. Nathan Shelton, Investment Advisor Representative of USA Financial Securities, member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
We're here at Craigville Appliance. We just wanted to say to all the fall athletes, good luck on this season. Be safe, be strong, compete to the highest level. Always practice good sportsmanship. If moms and dads, I know it's time, washer and dryer season, we'll take care of you here at Craigville Appliance. We can deliver it, install it, no big deal here at Craigville Appliance. Good luck, have a great season, compete to the highest level.
American Mortgage Service Company, located at 1169 North Main Street in Bluffton. We specialize in helping individuals realize their dream of homeownership by providing a top-notch, best mortgage experience. We offer a wide variety of loan programs and the most current rates available.
Contact Angie Top or Jessica Best at 260-353-3000 or apply online at bluffton.americanmortgage.com. This is not an offer for the extension of credit or a commitment to lend. American Mortgage, NMLS ID 8246. Angie Top, NMLS ID 478736. Jessica Best, NMLS ID 613932. American Mortgage is an equal housing lender. In business since 1981, Barclay Builders has been building residential homes and commercial projects in Northeast Indiana, taking pride in building their clients the best project for their budget. With interaction between clients, vendors, and trade contractors, Barclay Builders meets the needs of homeowners to build their forever home. At Barclay Builders, it's all about you. It's your heart and your soul at the center of every design decision made. Josh and his team are poised to build the home you've always wanted. It isn't just a home, it's your forever home. Contact Barclay Builders at 260-622-7674. That's 622-7674. Or find them on Facebook at Barclay Builders, Inc. Let Barclay Builders get started on your Barclay Built forever home.
Back here at Don Willard Field, 28-6, Norwell on top of Jennings County at the half. Derek Decker with Christian Bohetta here tonight. And, Bo, it was an interesting first half. We knew there was a lot of question marks coming in really on both sides of the football, especially for Norwell. And there were definitely some issues, a lot of penalties in that first half. When you look at the film, really for both teams, but especially for Norwell in the big situations, you think back to the only drive where Jennings scored. It was aided by that third and long pass interference on the edge. So really a pretty clean first half put together overall outside of the penalties for the Norwell defense, but there were a couple instances where they got gashed. Two drives come to mind. Obviously, that one with the penalty, and the other one where it ended in a fumble on the third down play for Jennings County. That was their most impressive drive of the night. They marched over 70 yards on that drive, unable to convert it into points, but that was an impressive drive, and they were throwing the ball in a way that Norwell's defense didn't really allow last year.
No, they didn't. You know, they were gashing Norwell up the middle, and as we talked before the game, and we even mentioned it early on here in the broadcast, is Norwell had zero film on these guys, so that could have played a factor in.
Agreed.
You don't know how many shots Jennings County normally takes downfield, or how often they run the ball, how often they pass. I mean, you can look at last year's stats, but this year's a new group. It's a new head coach. The philosophies are totally different, I'm sure. So there was a lot of questions to be answered, and I think overall with Norwell going into the locker room up 28-6, they've got to be happy with the performance. Not so happy with, obviously, as you talk, the penalties. I think that's Norwell could be up a score or two more if they did eliminate those penalties.
Yeah, I think you're right, Bo. If you take a look at everything that happened in that first half, there's a lot of things to look at that are positives for this Norwell group, and then there's some things that you can work towards in this second half. They will get the football out of the break, and While we're at halftime, we'll let you know that American Mortgage Service Company is helping individuals realize the dream of home ownership by providing a top-notch, best mortgage experience. Contact Angie Top or Jessica Best at 353-3300. AMCSC is an equal housing lender, and Craigville Appliance has been serving Northeast Indiana for 100 years. They buy in bulk all over the country and pass the savings on to their customers at 2383 North Main Street in Craigville. A couple of scores from around the northeast part of the state. Some really good games in the SAC already here tonight. A couple of tight ones. Northside and Snyder are close. Northside was up 21-17 at last check at halftime. East Noble was leading Plymouth. That's an interesting game to watch to kind of get a gauge on where East Noble's at. 20-14 after the first quarter. So a lot of points in the first quarter of that one. Belmont, another Northeast State Conference opponent, future in the season here, trailing Adams Central 42-6 late in the first half. Homestead and Northrop were tied at 14 close to halftime as well, and Carroll had a slim lead at home. They're christening their new stadium tonight, a 24-23 advantage over Lures late in the first half. So kind of a look at some of the scores from around the area. Also, by the way, keeping you updated, Norwell travels to Heritage next week. Eastside on top of Heritage, 28-0 at the half. We'll take another timeout and return with the balance of the halftime show, followed by the third quarter on WellsCountyVoice.com.
At Corrective Chiropractic, we offer individualized treatment plans for patients of all ages, from infants to elderly, and even during pregnancy. Have you ever experienced a workplace, sports, or auto accident, or just suffer from chronic pain? Corrective Chiropractic can help. Knee, neck, shoulder, or back pain, headaches, migraines, allergies, muscular tension. Corrective Chiropractic can help. I'm Dr. Josh Bell from Corrective Chiropractic. We welcome patients from Bluffton, Yoder, Decatur, Bern, Montpelier, and the surrounding areas. Schedule your appointment today at 260-353-1400 and let Corrective Chiropractic help you along your journey to health and wellness. Corrective Chiropractic, 360 North Main Street, Suite A, Dutch Mill Plaza. Feel and function better.
Soaring high above, exploring our planet. Professional timepiece designed to take flight. Citizen ProMaster. Go beyond.
Daniel's Jewelers on North Main Street in Bluffton, where personal service and trust become part of the memory.
Is filled with fabulous golf courses that offer a variety of experiences and are as diverse and distinct as the regions they're in. And there is one right here in your backyard that you shouldn't miss. Green Valley Golf Club, located at 2635 East, 150 North in Bluffton. You deserve a little time on the greens, so book your tee time, brush off your spikes, and get ready to play. Green Valley Golf Club, located at 2635 East, 150 North in Bluffton, just east of the Stone Quarry.
Head on out to Green Valley to hit some balls on their driving range or putting green. Call 824-4510 to reserve your tee time. Green Valley, where your friends play.
Always going to have sibling rivalry, and it's no different with the Heidi brothers. They went and built 2 dealerships right next to each other and filled them up with new Chevys, Jeeps, Buicks, Chryslers, Dodge Rams, and more. And some of the best late model pre-owned vehicles around, just so they could compete for your business with service, selection, and price. The choice is yours. Heidi Automotive Group in Bluffton, just 20 minutes south of Fort Wayne.
Cleaning One Incorporated, your cleaning specialists. They offer a great variety of cleaning services, commercial cleaning, cleaning windows, strip and wax floors, clean carpets, complete sanitizing of facilities, floor repair or replacement. They will also schedule a PM maintenance program.
At Cleaning One, your security is their top priority. They do a complete background check on each of their employees so you can feel good about letting them into your homes. For more information, Give Rob a call at 260-409-2564 or give Bob a call, 260-403-7676. Or you can simply send them an email at officeonecleaning@yahoo.com.
Cleaning One Incorporated, your cleaning specialists.
Are you taking the first step towards a healthier you, or are you just tired of the same workout? From beginners to fitness veterans, the Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is the place for you. We offer a full range of workout equipment, personal trainers, certified instructors, a full line of classes, an indoor pool, and so much more. Have peace of mind when you work out with childcare available. The Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is so much more. Join today. Visit fwymca.org. Nick Huffman, a Bluffton High School graduate, is ready to help you buy, sell, or build your dream home. If you're ready to start a new chapter in your life, now's the time. With historic low interest rates, houses are moving at lightning speed. Whether you need single-family, multifamily, agricultural, commercial, property management, mixed use, or land development, give Nick a call or text at 827-8255 or send him a message on Facebook at Real Estate by Nick Huffman. Nick is located at the Steffen Group at 107 West Market Street in Bluffton. His number again is 827-8255.
Good evening, football fans. My name is Nathan Shelton. As an advisor at Shelton Financial Group, my job is to help our clients plan for and adjust to the unexpected in life. That may be a change in employment status, a change in the tax code, or rising inflation. At Shelton Financial, our process, called the One Life Formula, is designed to help you work through the questions, concerns, and unexpected that may happen in your life. To schedule a time to discuss with us, please call our office at 260-436-7006 or visit our website at sheltonfinancial.com. Nathan Shelton, Investment Advisor Representative of USA Financial Securities, member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
Did you sprain your ankle playing with your kids last night? Have you had a nagging pain while training for an upcoming race? Or do you have an upcoming surgery? Indiana Physical Therapy understands how important and valuable your time is to you. At Indiana Physical Therapy, we can schedule you within 24 hours at any of our 19 convenient clinics. With trusted results, you can count on Indiana Physical Therapy to get you better, faster. You don't need a referral from your doctor, and all insurances are accepted, including Anthem. IPT is your choice for physical therapy. So what are you waiting for? Call Indiana Physical Therapy right now at 260-209-2464 to schedule an appointment, or go online to indianapt.com. Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Are you taking the first step towards a healthier you, or are you just tired of the same workout? From beginners to fitness veterans, the Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is the place for you. We offer a full range of workout equipment, personal trainers, certified instructors, a full line of classes, an indoor pool, and so much more. Have peace of mind when you work out with childcare available. The Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is so much more. Join today. Visit fwymca.org.
We're here at Craigville Appliance. We just wanted to say to all the fall athletes, good luck on this season. Be safe, be strong, compete to the highest level. Always practice good sportsmanship. If moms and dads, I know it's time, washer and dryer season, we'll take care of you here at Craigville Appliance. We can deliver it, install it, no big deal here at Craigville Appliance. Good luck, have a great season, compete to the highest level.
At Corrective Chiropractic, we offer individualized treatment plans for patients of all ages, from infants to elderly, and even during pregnancy. Have you ever experienced a workplace, sports, or auto accident, or just suffer from chronic pain? Corrective Chiropractic can help. Knee, neck, shoulder, or back pain, headaches, migraines, allergies, muscular tension. Corrective Chiropractic can help. I'm Dr. Josh Bell from Corrective Chiropractic. We welcome patients from Bluffton, Yoder, Decatur, Bern, Montpelier, and the surrounding areas. Schedule your appointment today at 260-353-1400 and let Corrective Chiropractic help you along your journey to health and wellness. Corrective Chiropractic, 360 North Main Street, Suite A, Dutch Mill Plaza. Feel and function better.
Hello, Tim Stephan Financial Group. It's been said nothing is certain except change. We must adapt to change to stay safe and move forward. What changes have there been in your life? At Stephan Financial Group, we would like to work with you and help with your future planning. Call me, Tim Stephan, or Michelle Stoller, 260-824-8175. Stephan Financial Group, 110 West Cherry Street, Bluffton, Indiana. Retirement, investments, savings plans. Stephan Financial Group can also assist with your personalized Medicare supplement, health, life, and long-term care plans. 260-824-8175. Stephan Financial Group. Solid planning, local service, professional advice. Securities and insurance offered through Thurston Springer Financial, a registered broker-dealer, member FINRA and SIPC, and Indiana Insurance Agency. Tim Stephan is a registered associate of Thurston Springer Financial and is doing business as Stephan Financial Group. Tim Stephan and Stephan Financial Group are independent of Thurston Springer Financial.
All right, back here at Knightstown, while we have a few moments before the start of the third quarter, we'll let you know that Cleaning One Incorporated is your cleaning specialist. Commercial, home or office, windows, strip and wax floors, sanitize your facilities, carpets, and so much more. Send Rob or Bob a message at office1cleaning@yahoo.com. And Nathan with Shelton Financial Group has a goal to build long-lasting, deep personal connections with his clients. Visit their new location on the north side of Ossian in the Old Bank Building. 28-6. Norwell here to start this third quarter. They'll get the football. Will the Knights. Derek Decker with Christian Bohada here tonight. It's been a real nice night for football. A little slow moving for the long trip, but that's just due to the number of penalties. There really haven't been that many incompletions or anything like that. But the number of penalties have continued to rise and did so throughout that entire first half. We expect the kickoff team from Jennings. Remember, they did try an onside kick in that first half, so it's something to look for and wouldn't totally be out of the realm of possibility here to start this third quarter. Norwell comes in to tonight, if you're just joining us and kind of recalling from last year, 10-2, returning a lot of their production on defense, not so much at the very important positions on offense, but they do return a lot of talent, and it has shown through tonight. There have been a lot of rust spots to knock off for this Norwell team. There's no doubt about that. We mentioned that we were looking at the halftime scores, and Heritage was down 28-0 at the break to East Side. Also, Bluffton was up 14-0 at halftime. You can also find that on the Voice Sports Network. And it is, once again, Blaine Eisen to kick it off for Jennings County to start this third frame. It's another short one, and again, it's Ari Riley to fall on it, just a yard past midfield.
And I don't think that one was a designed short one. I think he got underneath that and towed it, and he slapped himself on the head on that. I think maybe it to be a pooch of some sort, pop it over the first line's Norwell players' heads, but nevertheless, great field position for Norwell here to start the second half.
All right, Bo, so the Knights start on the 49. What do you want to see from this Norwell offense here in this third quarter?
I want to see 0 penalties.
Well, that's asking a lot for tonight.
Yeah, well, if that happens, the success that they've been getting will not be erased. They've been making big plays. It's just a block in the back or a hold on them.
Big run for Luke Graft out of the break, and he goes for a first down.
Like that? I mean, I think the last couple drives Norwell had the ball on first down. They had penalties on first down, and they were playing from behind the chains pretty much the whole first half.
Bailey comes into this third quarter, a guy that has a chance to build a little bit of confidence here, and I do expect him to throw it a little bit here in this third frame. You know, they had the big completion to Bo Morgan in the first half, but you just get the feeling that Norwell's going to have to try some other things out.
Yeah.
even though this is going to be a run-heavy league, we know that the Northeast State, and we talked about that earlier, this is a conference that's just so physical. So the brand that Norwell tries to play fits very well in the conference, but adding a layer of depth to that offense, even if you can just make the defense respect a little bit, can diversify the game and potentially take Norwell to the next level where they want to be.
Yeah, because what happens is teams can load the box. They can put 8 or 9 people in the box and just have one-on-ones on the outside, knowing that Norwell's not going to pass the ball. And you do not want to get yourself in that situation.
Graft is finished off in the backfield. The first man to make contact back there was Zach Reason, who got him at the shoestring, and then finished off by Peyton Hayden, who's had a really nice night defensively, forces Norwell into a 3rd and 6.
This is a good passing down for Norwell. I want to see them open up the playbook a little bit, go for a pass, because this is definitely something I see them going for here on 4th down.
Yeah, they're very much in that territory on the field. In fact, they've only punted once tonight, and it ended up being a 52-yard blasting kick off the right foot of Brody Bolin. Hand off to Graft. Oh, man. He gets blown up. Graft ran into a wall of Panthers, and the Knights will have 4th down.
Well, punt team's not coming on as we expected. They're going to go for this here. I'd be shocked if they pass the ball on this down. I would have passed the ball on the last down if they were going to pass. We'll see what they do here.
Well, based on what Norwell's done tonight, you certainly wouldn't think they're going to go to the air here.
Yeah.
They've got
quick slant from the wideout here on the near side.
It's there.
It's there.
Neuenschwander is out here on the near side. Instead, Bailey moves to his right. He tucks it, tries for the first down marker. It will depend on the spot, and he's short. Bailey comes up a yard short. He stepped out at the 31-yard line, and the Knights turn it over on downs on their first drive in the second half.
Ball carried by number 1, Leighton Bailey. Short of the first down marker, so it's going to be turnover on downs, 1st and 10, Jennings County.
Haynes. Just a couple. We really didn't see that much in the first half from Jennings. Really, for the most part, it was Brandon Braun that got the bulk of the carries for the Panthers, mixing things up to start this 3rd quarter.
Braun is still back there. I was looking for him on the sideline, but he is definitely out there. He seems like the hardest runner on the team, especially from the first half. Trying to clean the lens up here.
It's very, very humid tonight.
Here.
Almost encroachment by Morgan. And Morgan couldn't finish off the tackle in the backfield, so Colton Ross will get back to the line of scrimmage almost.
Well, even though Morgan couldn't make that tackle, he did a nice job of stringing that out and extending it, not allowing Jennings County to get the edge there.
8.5 to go in this 3rd quarter on the Huffman scoreboard. Norwell's up 28-6. They've been in pretty good control the entire game. But Jennings has hung around long enough to make him feel a little bit uncomfortable here in this 3rd quarter, especially if they can go down and get points on this drive.
For sure.
Haynes to throw. He's got the first down. Sam Berkman cutting across the middle again. The middle has generally been pretty wide open tonight, and they have kind of busted up that Norwell defense in the middle of the field all night. Safety's nowhere to be found.
Yeah, every time. Every time they have a slot guy or a receiver streak over the middle of the field, nobody's picking it up. I saw Luke Graff there trying to get around, trying to turn his head around, but you got to pick up the Jennings County player there before you turn your head around.
So the Knights give up a 3rd down and 10, and the Panthers have a fresh set of downs. Haynes again. This is a high pass, and it's incomplete. He almost hauled that in, and then Berkman took a wallop from John Colbert. And now whistles, and I think they're going to draw on Melanie Anderson, the athletic trainer for Jennings County. Although Berkman's walking off under his own power, just appeared to take a little bit of a lick there.
Berkman up on his own, walking to the sideline.
Still, he was open over the middle. I mean, it was a good recovery by the Norwell defense, but he was still open.
And I will say that Haynes has missed high on some of those passes over the middle a couple of times, and that is very dangerous for a receiver.
As you just saw. I mean, it just opens up his whole body and
sure does.
Screams, hit me.
Haynes kept it, and he gets a yard.
Ball carried by number 11, Michael Haynes.
Looked like Aiden Rusu again in on the tackle for the Knights. The Knights have haven't suffered in really the run game tonight other than the one long run. The linebackers in the front four have been excellent for the Knights tonight. Front three, should say. But
yeah, front three. Yeah,
it's been a good group on that side of the football. When you look at the run game, and then again, part of that is just due to the fact that they face a lot of teams that run it often in the Northeast State. High pass that floats intended down there for a Panther in the face of Carter Thompson, but that was well high. Brody Bolin creating havoc again. He got his arms up and almost got a fingertip on that once again.
Yeah, if that pass was where it was supposed to be thrown, that Brody Bolin would have got another paw on that because he was inches away from hitting that ball.
It is 4th down here for Jennings, and they are going to punt. They bring on the special teams unit. Michael Haynes is back once again to punt. Haynes did run it a few times last year. Wasn't all that much of a dual scoring threat, or a dual threat rather. They averaged 22 yards a game on the ground. There's another end-over-end kick. Nice punt. Back inside the 10.
Yeah.
That's a beauty. No return on the play, and Norwell will start inside their own 10-yard line back at the 9. 44 yards on the punt for Michael Haynes.
Nice job there by Haynes flipping the field. With a little.
Norwell Knights will take over on about the 9.
Well, this is the worst starting field position the Knights have had all night. We'll see if they're able to march the field.
Indiana Physical Therapy is your choice for physical therapy. Our professionals specialize in rehabilitation due to injury, surgery, stroke, disease, or other conditions. They will customize a plan just for you. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, visit indianapt.com. First down for the Knights inside their own 10-yard line. Leighton Bailey back there. So is John Colbert this trip around for the Knights. Colbert gets the call on first down. Colbert dragging defenders, and a very strong first down run of 8 for John Colbert, finished off by Matt Hines.
Like we said earlier, it's nice to have two guys you can go to in the backfield, especially if one goes down or you put Graff at wide out or give him a breather, because both guys play both ways, and it's running back's definitely a grueling position, so it's good to have a break.
Colbert again, and Colbert has the first down before he is stopped at the 20-yard line. This will move the chains. Well, this third quarter has already moved by at a much nicer clip because we haven't had a penalty yet. We're halfway done.
Well, there's the jinx.
Well, yeah, you're right, but that's the way it goes. Won't be the first time this season, and I guarantee it won't be the last. Neuenschwander and Morgan to the left side for the Knights. And it looks like Luke Graff, the freshman, in on the far side. There's a late flag, couple of late flags. I don't know who this is going against. It might be against Peyton Hayden. Sportsmanship is also a point of emphasis this year, and this certainly appears to be a dead ball foul.
Well, Norwell struggled with these last year, if you remember. This was
that's true.
Probably half of their
we
penalties
talked about
called
no
on
kid.
Was
we talked about that
foul.
So many times last season.
And those are things that you definitely can control.
Well, and granted, most of those were in blowout situations and didn't have a big deal. Well, it's against Norwell. So it is unsportsmanlike against Norwell. Hard to tell who it was against. It was on the far side of the field. Boy, you can hear the Norwell coaching staff displeased with that particular call. It goes back inside the 15, back to the 12-yard line. The player in question would have had to have been on the right side of the offense for the Knights.
Number 61 for the Knights.
It looked like maybe Tyler Luther down there was on Boland's side as well and over near Kyle Zettis. But if it was 61, it was Tyler Luther, the starting left guard.
I saw him jogging off the field, and
you about think that would have to be, that has to be what it is then. Second and long for Norwell. Bodenheimer in motion. Toss to Colbert. Colbert at the numbers. Man, that's a nice run by Colbert. Strength has really shown at times here tonight of the Norwell backs in both Colbert and Graft, a couple of really strong runners here for Norwell.
Yeah, just keep their feet turning and finish falling forward and pick up that extra 2 or 3 yards. That's one thing Norwell backs have always done.
Well, it's 3rd down and 6 coming for Norwell.
3rd and 6.
And we'll see if Bailey throws it. He has not thrown it yet here in this second half. But this is a passing down, really, when you think about it. Instead, it goes to Colbert, and he will barrel forward for the first down. John Colbert will keep this drive alive. He really had a quick first step and got a lot of energy and then blasted his front side forward out across the 31-yard line for a Norwell first down.
It's just really interesting to me to see Norwell just stick to the run game. I mean, you're up a considerable amount. Jennings County struggled to march the ball all night besides a couple big pass plays, and you'd think they'd try to experiment and see what Leighton Bailey has with passing, but nevertheless keep the clock running and keep gaining yards.
Bailey will throw on first down this time, and he takes a lot of time. Now the pocket collapses. He dumps it off to Morgan, who steps back and then has the first down. He is clobbered from behind, but it's not before he's able to get a first down. John Hefo, the D-end, in on the tackle. A pitch and catch of 14 yards to move the chains.
Of course, as I say that, they pass the ball. So, really nice job from this Norwell offense, keeping the tempo up and staying in rhythm.
Colbert trying to be patient, but a hole never opened up back there. And Peyton Hayden has been all over it again. Boy, he has had an impressive night for this Panther defense.
That play just took too long to develop, and Hayden came from the backside and threw Colbert backwards. Not much you can do as a running back there. You're just kind of at will of the defenders.
216 yards a game on the ground for Norwell last year. 31 of their 49 touchdowns coming on the ground. And it has been brutally obvious tonight that is the strength of this Norwell team this year. They are not yet comfortable to the point where they're confident in Leighton Bailey throwing a huge number of passes. Bailey reversed field and finds an open defender an open receiver who makes a sliding catch at the 35-yard line. And so the Knights will move the chains and pick up a first down. And boy, it sure looked like that was Cohen Bailey. So brother to brother there in the Bailey boys pick up a first down. Cohen Bailey coming back to the football to make a nice catch.
Really nice play there. And that's what you do as a receiver. You see the quarterback scrambling, looking for somebody to get the ball to, and better than throwing it out of bounds, Cohen Bailey comes back and makes a play.
So the Knights set up on the Jennings 35-yard line. This feels like it's going to end up being Norwell's longest drive time-wise of the night. Bailey's back to pass once again. Flips it back to the left. Still looking for a man. Boy, he had Bo Morgan wide open, and he just couldn't see him. And he gets walloped by Sam Berkman. Boy, Morgan is frustrated as he comes back to the line, and he absolutely has every right to be because he was streaking towards the pylon and would have had an easy 6.
Yeah, he had 3 steps on his defender. That'd have been a tough throw to make from Bailey across the body, but
Second down and 4 for the Knights on the 29. Now a whistle comes in.
Second down.
And the head linesman coming in to talk to Chris Moore. No penalty marker was down, so not quite sure what this is about. I think it might have been about the down. It is indeed second down. That was the first down play from Leighton Bailey after the catch from Cohen Bailey. Well, whatever that was about has been cleared up. Just 95 seconds to play in this third quarter. Norwell up 28-6. Both teams scoreless in this third frame. Bailey under center with John Colbert in the backfield. Colbert the carry. He's got a gaping hole and gets inside the 20. John Colbert down to the 17-yard line. And again, moves the chains. Another run of 10+ for Colbert with ease.
Yeah, if he gets ahead of seam like that, it's going to be hard to bring him down. Same with Luke Graft. Both of the running backs for Norwell. They get a full head of steam. Good luck getting in their way.
Bailey checks the sideline here as the Norwell subs have drifted down inside the 30. They can't go past the 20 this year. And
Nice
there's
job.
encroachment. The Knights get Jennings on the hard count.
Something of note, it's a little different this year that I'm noticing is Coach Gerber's calling plays by yelling them out, and then everybody has a wristband on their wrists, and they're looking down and seeing what the play is. Just helps the tempo out, and instead of Bailey running to the sideline every time to get the play and running back out to the huddle and having to do that, he just helps keep the tempo up.
Bailey calls for the snap, gives it to Colbert again. Colbert chugging forward and should have a first down near the 6-yard line.
One more play here in the third quarter.
Yep. First and goal at the 6. The Knights do have to run a play here, and they will be very happy to do so. And you know where this one's going, so not a lot of question about that. Colbert up the middle, still moving his feet forward. Stopped at the 2-yard line, where it'll be second down and goal after the quarter break. So pretty swift-moving third quarter. The Knights still leading 28-6 as we head to the final frame in full control on WellsCountyVoice.com, part of the Voice Sports Network and the IHSAA Champions Network.
In business since 1981, Barkley Builders has been building residential homes and commercial projects in Northeast Indiana, taking pride in building their clients the best project for their budget, with interaction between clients, vendors, and their forever home. At Barkley Builders, it's all about you. It's your heart and your soul at the center of every design decision made. Josh and his team are poised to build the home you've always wanted. It isn't just a home, it's your forever home. Contact Barkley Builders at 260-622-7674. That's 622-7674. Or find them on Facebook at Barkley Builders, Inc. Let Barkley Builders get started on your Barkley Built Forever home.
Here comes the fourth quarter here in Week 1 action. Norwell on top of Jennings County, 28-6. So glad you could join us here for the broadcast tonight. And so glad that we have a regular number of fans in attendance. It's a little bit light here tonight considering the long drive, but the Knights will be much closer to home next week with the short drive to Monroeville, where they'll take on Heritage and be a favorite in that game as well before the big Week 3 matchup with Leo that could go a long way in determining the outcome of the conference. Always has the potential to, and that was Norwell's only blemish in the regular season last year, so a lot of bulletin board material as they move forward and look to that week. If they can take care of business, closing things out next week as well, and making sure not to look ahead to that Leo game, because that's one that you had marked on your schedule before the season began. Leighton Bailey with second and goal at the 2-yard line will pitch it this time to Luke Graft, who will get into the end zone for a touchdown. So Luke Graft is in. They had Colbert for most of the drive, and then they get Graft to finish things off, and the Knights extend their lead.
Here comes Cooper Sloan on to attempt at the PAT here.
Sloan's been perfect here tonight. He's only had one that's been close to being blocked, but the other 3 have looked very nice. Snap back, ball down, and that was a bad hold, and that is blocked. And it almost actually snuck through.
It almost did.
And I think Matt Hines might have gotten his finger on it. So the Knights are unsuccessful on the PAT. Barkley Builders has been building residential and commercial properties since 1981 and take pride in building their clients the best project for their budget. Let Barkley Builders get started on building your Barkley Built Forever home. Give them a call at 260-622-7674. And thanks to all of our sponsors here tonight that make this broadcast free. We're happy to be bringing that to you. Obviously, it wasn't the same situation when basketball came around, but we're hoping that everything stays free throughout the course of the 2021 season so we can continue to bring you outstanding coverage here on Wells County Voice. Well, maybe you don't think it's outstanding, but it is what you get.
It's outstanding to us, so.
Right, and we're what you have to put up with for 10 weeks, so it's kind of the way it goes. We'll be back at Heritage next week. We hope to be working in a 3-man crew for the bulk of the season, hoping to have Colin Schwartz, also a former Norwell player and a college player at Taylor and Defiance as well. So a lot of more experience coming into the broadcast booth. And another Norwell alum to skew our broadcast a little bit more. Just
not
after
biased at all.
Not at all. Just starting the 4th quarter. And Luke Graff scored on the first play. Cooper Sloan will kick off this time. That's a good one inside the 10. It's picked up at the 5 by Colton Ross. Ross dances to the middle and is dragged down near the 20-yard line. Return of about 12 yards, but Norwell's special teams coverage really has been pretty good tonight.
Really has. I don't think they've had a return over 20 yards. I mean, it's great kicking by Cooper Sloan. Other than that first kick, but even the very first kick of the game, it almost bounced on the hash mark and rolled out of bounds, so it's not like it was directly out of bounds kick. I thought maybe it could have been returned, but yeah, overall, good special teams performance tonight.
Michael Haynes will take the snap again here for Jennings County. He has a design run and options it out to Brandon Braun, who is stopped for a minimal gain. Norwell really stretched that play out defensively. They brought some pressure and kind of packed things inside, and it paid off.
2nd and 9.
So you were talking about earlier, Bo, the intentional grounding thing. That is a point of emphasis. Along with sportsmanship and ineligible players downfield this year in the IHSAA, and also a rule change involving blocking below the waist, which has to be immediately after the snap now in the free blocking zone. In the past, you could delay that if the ball was still in the zone. This is a false start. No, actually, it's an encroachment penalty. So I actually didn't see a lot of movement there.
I didn't see anybody move. I don't know if somebody's lined up with their head over it, but that's normally
that wouldn't be called until the snap.
Snap.
Yep. So apparently somebody had jumped. They move it forward 5. So apparently they got a yard and credited Braun with a yard on the first play.
5-yard penalty.
And so that'll set up 2nd down and 4 for the Panthers. You can see Haynes still coming close to the sideline to get the plays. You're right, Bo. That's a notable change for this Norwell offense and has the potential to really speed them up. It's been a sticking point, but it's part of being high school players. It just is. Haynes throws it over the middle on a little bit of a cross, and that's a 1st down as they will move the chains. Peyton Hayden coming out of the backfield for Jennings County.
Across the middle has been wide open for Jennings County all night. I'd see them continue to go to that.
Well, the Panthers trying to speed things up a little bit, play with a little more pace here in this 4th quarter.
Well, they also have wristbands on their wrists, but maybe that's for the 2-minute drill and no huddle that we might see here.
Oh, man, stacked up in the backfield is Brandon Braun, and getting back there was Trey Bodenheimer to make first pressure and contact.
He completely blew through his block there. I don't know if he was touched. I don't know if that was designed to let him go or what, but that great play by him.
You can really kind of hear everything tonight. It's still one of those nights. There's still not that much atmosphere here tonight, just based on the long drive for both teams. Jennings looking to build off of that one-win season last year. There's a pass that's intercepted by Cade Shelton.
Oh, it was dropped.
It was fumbled. They called it a catch, but it's actually, I think it's going to be roughing the passer anyway.
Okay.
There's a penalty marker down near the quarterback, and it's either going to be a face mask or roughing the passer. It's roughing the passer.
But no, he had bobbled that ball, and when he got hit, he dropped it.
Norwell, I think it's going to be roughing the passer.
Well, there's Norwell's first penalty, second penalty of second half.
You're right, the encroachment that just happened a couple of plays ago. Really, outside of that, it's been a much more clean first half for both teams. There was a stretch there in that second quarter, especially where it seemed like there was a penalty on just about every play. First down for Jennings via the penalty on the 45-yard line. Under 10 minutes to go in the contest. Norwell leading 34-6. Haynes to throw on first down, and he kind of chucks it into the ground looking for Colton Ross.
Number 2, Sam Berkman. Second and 10.
Jennings, for the most part tonight, outside of the few throws that have gone to the middle and have basically been almost 100% successful when they've gone to the middle of the field, have been quick-hitting passes. So it's just a different way of trying to set up second down and manageable versus Norwell, where you almost can guarantee they're going to run it on first down. To my recollection, I think Bailey's only thrown it one time on first down tonight. And his total throws are in the single digits by far. You might be able to count them on one hand. Brandon Braun gets stretched out to the line of scrimmage on the outside, and they're going to credit him with a gain of actually 2. That's a pretty generous spot. And third down and 8 forthcoming for the Panthers.
I expect a pass over the middle, and I want to see what adjustments they make to combat this. Because you can almost guarantee that it's coming.
Haynes checks with his lineman, might have changed the play, takes the snap to his left, and they can't pick up the block, and Luke Graff tosses him down for a sack. Now, Jennings was asking for a flag there, and it was
a little after the whistle,
perhaps a little excessive. But nevertheless, Graff absolutely blew through the man in the backfield and got Haynes in a hurry. Really, Haynes has some mobile talent. He's a mobile quarterback. You can definitely tell that. Not a big running threat, as we talked about, but has the ability to move around in the backfield. He's been hosed a couple of times tonight, not by any fault of his own in a play like that.
I mean, he snapped the ball, and Luke Graff was on him.
Yeah. 2 men back for the Knights. Haynes' punt, wobbler.
Should be caught.
Oh, it's muffed. The ball's loose down there, and it is picked up by Norwell.
The ball was punted. Number 11, Haynes.
Well, it stopped on the 25. The Knights have not turned it over yet here tonight, but that was dangerously close to being their first turnover, and it really their first special teams gaffe of the night. And so everything, when it's all said and done, will start on the 25-yard line. At Hyundai Automotive Group, their next satisfied customer will be you, serving Wells County and the surrounding area with a great selection of new and used vehicles with an outstanding service department. Visit HyundaiMotors.com to view their inventory. 8 minutes to go on the Huffman scoreboard, 34-6 Norwell. Jennings hasn't really sniffed a touchdown since that late second quarter drive where they turned it over on a fumble on really a pretty unfortunate play, because that was, in my opinion, their best drive of the night.
Yep.
Ooh, here comes a reverse. Bo Morgan will pick up 7 or 8.
Ball carried around the left side, number 13, Bo Morgan.
Knights changed hands twice, and that's
play.
Yeah, it's really, we haven't seen the Knights get too creative offensively tonight. First time they've dug in the bag of tricks.
Good time to try to pull it out. I mean, nothing to lose.
Cohen Bailey set up to the right out here. Jennings showing pressure. Handoff goes to Graft, and he's in the space again across the 50-yard line and into Jennings territory. John Hefo finishes the tackle at the 46. Another big chunk gain for Luke Graft.
Yeah, we don't have stats here, but I guarantee you Luke Graft's well over 100 yards.
Oh, yeah. Probably over $150. It's got to be close. John Colbert has had a couple of long runs.
Yeah.
But remember, basically all of Norwell's offense has been on the ground again here tonight. Really, the only exception was that 33-yard catch that went for a touchdown from Bailey to Bo Morgan in the second quarter. And that was as easy a pitch and catch as they come. In motion goes Bodenheimer, and Bodenheimer will get the call, and he will get a first down. Trey Bodenheimer with a nice-looking run for a first down. That's yet another weapon in the stable that Coach Gerber has at his disposal, and the Knights look to utilize him. A very strong young man and a guy that also is a little bit inexperienced and has a lot of room to grow.
Yeah, just a sophomore. They have him playing nose guard on defense, three-man front, so or nose tackle, I guess.
There it
is.
is.
Call it. There it is again.
Bodenheimer.
Same play.
Oh, the ball comes free, and it's picked up by Jennings County. Well, it actually was towards the end of that play. Bodenheimer was powering forward, and coming up with the football is Jennings County. It's Tegan Trotter that comes up with the fumble, and Norwell's first turnover comes on Bodenheimer's second run of the night. It was very close to actually being blown dead for forward progress, and then it popped out of there, and man, it got punched straight up into the air, and it went flopping into Trotter's hands.
Jennings County's got a little turnover chain helmet going on the sideline down here.
Their first turnover that they've created. It is a turnover train secured by a helmet. Haynes looking for the go route, and it's intercepted by John Colbert. And Jennings turns it right back over. Now, they really tried to throw the home run ball there, and Colbert read it and broke on it in a hurry and just kind of sat down in space like a good defensive back would, and the safety makes a play for the Knights on a ball that went to the middle.
Norwell says my turn for a turnover chain.
4 turnovers created by Norwell here tonight.
+3, that's good to start the season.
Yep, we talk about winning the turnover battle all the time. Don't recall, except in the Concordia game, I think was the only game, in fact, all season, where they did not win the turnover battle. That includes their loss at Leo. Colbert, they bluff to Hafley, and now Colbert has more space. Colbert busts it to the outside inside the 20, and he's got a huge pickup of 28 yards to move the chains. Well,
nice first down play.
We talked about the conditioning of this Jennings County group, and it appears to be depleting a little bit here towards the end of the game. Norwell's running game, even though the Panthers know it's coming, has been very successful here late in the third and early in the fourth quarters.
Definitely has. They've just killed Jennings County on the ground tonight, and they just keep going to it as well. I mean, why wouldn't you?
Bailey hands it off. That's Drew Ringer up the middle, and he dives forward inside the 1-yard line, and he will have first and goal, and Drew Ringer gets his first carry. So that's the 4th back the Knights have used tonight. They've gone to Graft, Colbert, Bodenheimer, and Ringer. And of course, Drew Ringer comes from a lineage of running back ringers in the Norwell family. A couple of guys in Carson, and Max went over 1,100 yards last year. Carson graduated in 2018. All of them have been in the backfield for the Knights over the years, and Ringer continuing the legacy of the Ringer group. And I'd imagine he gets it again here on first and goal. Chance to finish off the drive.
Yeah.
Oh, instead it's a sneak, and it goes for a touchdown. Leighton Bailey falls forward, and the Knights score again. And by the way, that
running clock now, right?
Not yet. It is running, but it is 35 points is the running clock margin. It's 40-6.
Yeah.
But I don't think anybody's complaining at this point. It's past 9 o'clock. We're an hour and a half away from home for both teams. on this Friday night. Cooper Sloan had his last PAT blocked. Was perfect before that. This one is good. And it's 41-6, and so that will put into effect the running clock for the remainder of the contest. Under 5 minutes to go after the kickoff. And on the Huffman scoreboard, the Knights are up 35. Tim Steffen and his staff at Steffen Financial Group are a full-service financial firm committed to helping people pursue their financial goals by identifying your goals and helping make sound decisions to reach them. Also, visit the Kaler Nickel Foundation YMCA at 550 West Dustman in Bluffton. When you join the Y, you're not just a member of a facility, you're a part of something greater. Take the first step towards a healthier you and join the Y. 41-6 Norwell. This game has evolved kind of like we thought it would, not exactly on the path that I think we would have imagined coming into the game. Norwell gave up some yards offensively tonight, defensively tonight, and that's a concern. Now, granted, Jennings still averaged over 250 yards of offense last year. Again, finishing drives was a problem. Turnover margin was a huge problem last season. When you look up and down the stats, they weren't good on third down. They were minus 20, Bo, last year in the turnover margin. They turned it over 31 times. Oh, this drops near the 1 yard line, and it's going to have to be picked up by Jennings, close to the end zone, and finding his way out is Brandon Braun. That's a play you got to make. It's inside the 5 yard line. They thought it was going to go for a touchback. It checked up right on the 1. Terrific kick, by the way, by Cooper Sloan.
That's something that you definitely...
You know what, Bo? That was actually Drew Graff. So the freshman puts one right on the 1 yard line, and then it comes out to the 4. So the Knights are fortunate on that play, and now the clock will roll for the remainder of the contest, barring timeouts. Jennings was a little bit late getting on here. They're going to have trouble getting this play off. Now they hustle to the line. They've had this issue already tonight. Twice they've gotten called for a delayed game.
Well, penalties don't matter now that the running clock is running, so.
Haynes keeps it. Drew Ringer has him at the ankles, and he finds his way out of the end zone towards the 2 yard line. He lost a couple of yards and is closer to the end zone. The Knights looking for a safety. This is a group that prides themselves on defense.
Draft dogs off?
Yep.
I'm assuming his night's done.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Still a lot of starters in the game, though, for Norwell, trying to get reps here in week 1. Haynes the snap, handoff. Uh-oh, that's close. Yeah, back to the 1 comes Brandon Braun. They lost another yard, so the back gets a little bit closer to the end zone. Wind is dead on this humid night. We're in the upper 70s here in Knightstown. Week 1 football.
Sticky night.
It is a sticky night. We're outside, by the way, in case you didn't know. We're just in front of the press box here at Knightstown. Absolutely spectacular setup for us. Got down here early today. The AD, Matt, was very helpful in everything. Knightstown's AD was here tonight instead of on the road at Hagerstown, where Knightstown opened up the season. And there's just no room to go there for Braun, and they'll be punting out of the end zone.
Ball again carried by number 4, Brandon Braun. Carried by Matthew Hine.
The Knights are going to have a pretty good chance here to get themselves one more score. They're going to have unbelievable field position, barring a great punt here, although we're inside of 2 minutes and the clock isn't going to stop again.
Yeah. Who's going to be tough to get this snap off in 5 seconds. They might do it.
Yeah, they might.
Yep.
Haynes does get it off. Boots it away. Pretty good one. Boots it away to the 40-yard line. Changed fields. Nice return opportunity here for the Knights. And getting inside the 15-yard line and down towards the 13. The Knights have had really good success on the return game tonight.
Who's number 32?
That's Timothy
that?
Bonjour. And the Knights have had really good success there tonight. And the return goes all the way back to the 12-yard line. We're inside 90 seconds to go. Bo, all in all, Norwell turns in a good Week 1 performance. The report card got a lot better in the second half. They led and were in control really for the vast majority of this contest. But when you look at it, there's some things to improve on for this Norwell group. There's certainly some areas to clean up, especially in the penalty department. It always seems to be a problem in Week 1, though. Team's still becoming more disciplined. It's hard to be disciplined out of the gate.
Ball carried by number 32, Timothy Bonjour.
Bonjour gets the carry there down to the 10-yard line. Just had a nice return. Luke Graft is in at quarterback now to run the final few plays, the freshman, younger brother of Luke Graft. Knights have a slew of new faces in there. Graft spins, tosses to Bonjour. He stretches it to the outside. Bonjour to the pylon, and he's in.
Really turned the Jets on there.
Wow. Well, that's quite a drive for Timothy Bonjour. Had a nice punt return of almost 30 yards, and then gets it in the pylon for a touchdown. So the clock will stop here for the PAT. Knights will try to add on one more. So we noted that just based on that, it all really goes back to the kickoff by the Knights, where it was placed on the 1-yard line. Jennings started on the 4, went backwards 3 plays in a row, and then had to punt out of their own end zone. And so they set themselves up in a problem to begin. That was Sloan's best-looking kick of the night to make it 48-6. Just 18 seconds left, so basically the Knights will have to kick off here, and we'll put the final touches on as the Knights come away, Bo, with a Week 1 victory. A lot of things to build off of to take next week to Monroeville.
Yeah, coming into this week, like we had mentioned, you're coming into this week blind against a Jennings County team that you really don't know much about. For what the cards they were dealt, and playing at a neutral site, you got an hour-and-a-half drive. It's kind of a long haul down here, but nevertheless, it's Week 1. It's high school football, beautiful night.
Yeah.
And they capitalized on the opportunities they were given during this game, and it's a good win.
Looks like Drew Graft again to try to kick this one away. Jennings had problems on the last kickoff. It dropped inside the 5-yard line, but did not quite make it to the end zone. So Graft that's a nice kickoff. Close to the 10-yard line where it is returnable this time. Colton Ross tackled on the play, and that will end our night. The clock will expire here, and Norwell will win the game 48-6 to take their 3rd straight Week 1 victory back to Ossian. Norwell comes on the road here tonight. It was not a true road game. It was a neutral site contest, but Norwell turns in a nice performance.
This is something we didn't see last year.
Right, and we're going to have handshakes here tonight. It's part of the deal allowed by the IHSAA, and that's a good sight to see as well. So that wraps things up. We'll be back on the air about 6:45 next week from Monroeville, Norwell and Heritage, as they get set to go. Heritage was down big at halftime tonight to Eastside, so Norwell will likely be a big favorite once again next week. That'll do it. On behalf of my partner Christian Bohada, our entire Voice Sports Network crew, including our owners Scott and Dale Menser, I'm Derek Decker saying so long and God bless.
We hope you enjoyed this broadcast of high school sports on the Voice Enterprises. Remember, none of this would be possible without the continued support of our sponsors. Please use their services whenever possible, and when you see them, tell them thank you. Join us again next time on the Voice Enterprises.